This love has taken its toll on me. I had no choice many times before. Beep bop bop beep bop 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 beep. I've clicked go live. I no longer have a choice but to go live. What a method. It's revolutionary. It's a revolutionary method. If I just click live, I don't have a choice to go off again. And I'm live. I thought you were cornering Bryce. No, of course not, no. That was when me and Bryce were riding round the passy in the black with the ride on the top. SD. We are so back. Thank you for the 11 months of membership, dude. Are you doing well? Doing great. I'm part of the Boys & Co. What do you guys think about that video? Anyway, Marcus McGee taking Giannis to the third round, but lands a nasty jab there, folks. A good kick to the body as well. I'm assuming he's winning this fight overall. Another stinging jab. Another jab from Marcus McGee. 135, 134, 133, 132 in the third round. Thoughts on Gaethje? Oh, Justin Gaethje, dude. No longer a part of the Boys & Co. And to be honest with you, I don't speak for the Chicanos, but if I was them, I wouldn't want him either. The big 2-0. Me boys are on top of me cook, yeah. Do someone about it, yeah. Do someone about yourself on me child, will you? Damn, McGee's actually having a close fight, huh? A competitive one with Giannis on the numbers, it seems. Can you guess what section I'm in? No. Race tier list might be your magnum opus. A lot of people enjoyed the race tier list. I knew I had to come back with a bang. You know how it goes. Dawn Headley. John Giannis pressing forward. Good low kick back from McGee afterwards, though. He seems in control in this third round. Usually a guy that slows down as the fight goes on. Bap, bap, bap. Big ding-dong of a thing. Love you, man. Giannis is future top 10 contender. Co-signed Boys & Co. You think he's winning this? Is that what's happening here? Is he winning? Bro, Mr. Pavlovich fight? I know, dude. What a shame. A vintage Pavlovich performance as well. Hock it off the White House presser. No, he's on it. It was a mistake I've seen. Belal's loss tonight was promised 3,000 years ago. I wouldn't be surprised if there's a robbery tonight, I'm telling you. Goo won my kickboxing match Sunday via clobbering. Good left hook there from McGee. Fighting well down the stretch. Giannis pressuring. McGee fading out of the way of a lot of these shots. Looks like he's done enough over 3 rounds. Good scrap, though. Decent scrap, honestly. The boys are indeed back in town. Bryce Mitchell becomes Price Mitchell and joins the Israelis. He's not going to become Price Mitchell. We missed you, Goo. You make these trash cards worth it. This is a decent card, though. We need you to say, out my store. You stay out my store and co-section for the more problematic one. Okay. We get it, dude. Thank you for the 5. Remember when I said it would be funny if Belal never wins in life again and would be stuck with his face? Imagine he loses to Askren in a grappling match. I mean, he better take it easy on him. Imagine Belal slamming him with a fucking Swanton Bomb type rampage slam. Yeah, dude, Giannis is winning in my opinion. Mate, how bloody good is Cody Haddon? Also, Junior Tougher round 1 KO incoming. Lamau, people thought you were palms up, but you were just locked in making a race tier list. Well, that only took me 2 days. The rest of it, I was pretty palms up. I was literally palms up, and they resuscitated me. Brought me back. You know the drill. How funny will it be for Smelly Uso flatline tonight? Well, come on. Baranowski versus Tough is a fucking sick fight, though. Where are the Blob Usos on the tier list? Not in the vid. They were in the vid. The Blob Usos, I definitely included them. Well, they're off. They're off the list if I didn't put them at the end. Justin Gaethje, do you ever think Edmund could pull off? I think he could early. But after the first round, his chances go way down. Rewatched Sean Cheeto. Best striking I've ever seen. I know, dude. One of the nastiest performances. Impression of Guru doing his job impossible. I know, right? Did you see Fight Fairy move to India? Not kidding. Interesting move. Remember when Yuri got slept? No. Impression of Super Saiyan Helwani attempting to bomb. Sup, Julius Yaboa. Thoughts on my first round KO over Cameron Smotherman? Nasty win by Asakura, dude. Garbrandt fight. Yeah, there's a lot of opportunity there. You're not Kai Asakura, but it was a good performance. I saw Justin Gaethje with these guys in the Big Noses 11th. Okay, yeah, he was dancing with them. What's up, brother? The finish bonuses seem to have brought life to the women's divisions. They were fighting a lot more urgently for a finish. Congrats to them. Good fight. Guru, what's up? Let's go, Bryce. I know, dude. I hope he wins. I really do. Nasty finish by Souza with the head kick after putting down Carnelosi. Crafty stuff. Real crafty stuff. What's your favorite fighters to watch nowadays? Thinking of things. Thank you for the $20. I still like watching Yuri. I like watching Piotr Jan. I like watching, you know, most Gene Silver's a really fun fighter to watch. Carlos Prates. You know, these fighters typically are my favorite to watch. Thank you for the $20. Appreciate you. Joshua Vam. In your shed, guru. Imagine Belal accidentally kills Askren on TV. Wait, you were palms up. Condolences, my dude. Yeah, I was palms up for a bit, but I'm alive now. Did my ex, Unity Duben, win her fight? I'm sure she looked amazing despite the result. No matter what happened. Someone tell Jordan Levitt UFC BJJ is hiring. Yeah, he is a bit of a BJJ person, even though he got subbed. McGee Masterclass. Hopefully Goichi gets slept next weekend. Yeah, McGee gets it done over 3 rounds. I thought you'd get it finished, though. I thought you was at the Apex Opens book of literal who the fuck is Fight Fairy. Content creator in MMA scene. Smaller channel. Robocop should step in against Caio Braujo on UFC 330. Who would win, Reina de Ridder or Cutie Pie Piper? It's Cutie Piper, by the way. Reina de Whittler wouldn't be able to sustain that damage, dude. His chin's too open for the Piper bomb. He'd get cream pipered in that fight, I tell you. This love has taken its toll. I had no choice. So was there a finish in Duben versus Chevaliers? Oh my god, so many. We will not let the boys co-lose. We accompany your men and we prayed for Bryce Brother. Of course we did. Can't believe Bryce convinced the UFC to build a one-on-one replica of your studio just so you can stream before you walk out of Bryce. I know, yeah. Crafty Twitter post earlier. C. Bisping and Felder saying Tom's issue ain't that bad. Yeah, they're really trying to fucking push the UFC narrative. Belal looks like, even if it isn't that bad, he can't fight anyway because the fight's been booked. What do they want him to do? Defend the Undisputed while they do Pereira versus Gunn? Doesn't make any sense. Belal looks like a Minecraft villager. There's 60% chance of rain with a house card. White House card. Yeah, well, Ariel's doing his best. Favorite old school fighter? Love you, Guru. I don't know. How are you feeling about Tom's situation? I like Chuck Liddell's fun fighter in the old school days. But he was a bit of a slimed out merchant towards the end, to be honest. How are you feeling about Tom's situation? Yeah, it's tough, dude. It's a tough situation. I might make a video on it. Can we get a quick Leon Edwards? Bryce needs to finish to get extension. F. Dana. I know he does, yeah. What was better, Sean Hamzat or Alex versus Ank 2? I don't know. Sean Hamzat. Alex Ank 2 was a finish. Learning what growing up means. You're sitting in my chat for a living, Mukarim Samadov. Thank you. Magura, can you shout out Spencer Cooper? No. Impression of Anshul Jubilee offering fight very some poop. Oh, it's good. I have fresh patch. Bruno Silva looked very good, to be honest. Needed more urgency. Bisping on all fours for Dana. Lost all respect. Sup, you swine of a thing. Read the next dono as Connor. Alright. Thank you. Yeah, Bisping did push the UFC narrative there, dude. He's betraying old Tom. And look at Bisping, you know, he loses his eyesight forever because he rushed back. Shouldn't he know the difference? He nearly lost eyesight in both eyes after the Kelvin Gastelum fight, you know. So Jordan Levitt's doing a bit of a smudge fest against the cage, only to be caught in a front choke by Joe Anderson Brito. Did you see Gabriel Marab and Armin mention you? I did, and Armin defended me because he knows I've been in there. You know? Armin knows how strong I am, and he was low-key telling Marab, like, listen, I could stuff Guru's takedowns, but I don't think you can. That's true. Look at the miln. Look at the bleeding miln, will you? It's on a bleeding lower level. How's it that low? McGee versus Alejandro Tapiria. Who you got? I got McGee. Stop. No, Alejandro Tapiria after that performance. Stop laughing depression. I'm not depressed. I guess in my carpet piss bottles everywhere. Impression of victim Tom being the piggy in the middle. Oh, fucking hell. Stop fucking chucking me around, will you? Sakuraba's a stud that gets overlooked. He's the one person missing from your tier list. Who did I... I'm not going back in time 50 fucking years to include Sakuraba. Thank you for the 5. Is Belal winning? They're not fighting yet. Best late day slime merchant, Liddell or Tony Ferguson. Ferguson wasn't a slimed out merchant as much, though. He was getting finished, but it wasn't consecutive slime outs, so... Oh, God. Belal winning, no. Bryce by Twister, thank you for the 2. Will Bryce get cut if he loses? He probably won't get re-signed. It's his last fight on his contract, so you need to engage in all the Bryce Mitchell posts in honor of him. Bryce by Twister. Why is it hard to do the easiest job? UK Mindset. Thoughts on Hearn saying Tom won't fight for the current money. Thank you for the $1. I know it's a negotiation thing. Hopefully they pay him a bit more if he does get a super fight after the winner of Pereira versus Gunn. Thank you for the $1, Bry Guy. Abner sleeps Belal and it's not even close. True. You hear about Andreas Gustafsson. Yeah, he has heart issues and he has to retire. It's tough, dude. It's tough. It really is. Edgar Shayrez with a finish. And then we're all up to date on the fights. You hear about Andreas Gustafsson? I did, yeah. He has to retire. It's very sad, dude. I feel bad for Andreas Gustafsson. It's crazy that he had heart issues where his first UFC fight was like the most tenacious, gritty, crafty performance there was. Did you see the Green versus McKinney announcement? Saw someone say it's the Ilya versus Islam of the prelims? No. Thank you for the $5. Green versus McKinney announcement. Saw someone say it's Delia versus Islam at the prelims. Oh, that is a sick fight. Yeah, the Y and Alliance are kind of turning on each other, which is what they don't need in this, their darkest hour. But no pun intended on the darkest hour thing, by the way. But yeah, it's tough. Edgar Shayrez with a generational performance over Bruno Silva, dude. Respect to Edgar Shayrez. Good uppercut on the counter, dude. He's got some power in his hands for a flyweight, for real. He does have some power in his hands. And then straight to the rear naked. Good job. Thank you, Gangstar Racing. Could you please break down Bobby Green McKinney? I don't know, man. It's just like a good fight, and I'm looking forward to it. I think that McKinney might end up catching him on the chin. No, you know what? I feel like Bobby Green's got that one in the bag. I'm changing my mind in an instant. I'm not sure what way to go about that one. Because Bobby Green, well, no. Is McKinney that great of a prospect? He is good and he is on a win streak, but he isn't like a refined, well-rounded... It's a 50-50 fight, to be honest with you. Who's fighting now? They're about to do Matt Schnell versus Alessandro Costa. Thank you for the $2, Shuaremi. Your picks plus method. Don't know what that means. Thank you for the 2. Oh, who do I think is going to win this card and how? So I've got... Let's do the main card. It's not showing up. Can't be asked. Prospect, dude's been in the UFC for years. Yeah, but he's on a win streak. He's the up-and-comer compared to Bobby Green, you know. So that's what I meant by that, and you know that. I've got Iwo Badanuski first round finish. I've got Bryce Mitchell by submission in the later rounds. I've got Ziam by TKO. I've got Brendan Allen by submission. And I've got Belal Muhammad by decision. No surprises there. Impression of Connor explaining why it's crazy to be called people... to be so cool, people pay you to read opinions on the internet. It's absolutely crazy. You're that cool that people pay me to read things on the internet. It's absolutely fucking insane. That is it. Going to Europe, Muslim capital of the world next year. What's the best thing to visit in the UK? Mostly interested in history type stuff. Probably Lake District, just for the sites. And then maybe Scotland. Scotland's got a lot of castles. Wales has a lot of castles. I wouldn't visit London or Birmingham. It's not England anymore. The Moon, thank you for the 27 months. Why was you not live for the last card? I don't know. Thoughts on Eddie? Thank you for the 2. Yeah, man, Eddie Hearn ruffling some feathers, dude, is doing what he's doing. But it's hard to do that when you're, you know, in a UFC contract where you have to fight in the UFC next. So I'm not sure about it. But, you know, he's right. He's bringing Aspinall's name up again, you know, which is a good thing. Why are you never live anymore? I don't know. I like Hockett, but he gets nuked by Pavlovich. Impression of the South Park guy with the green hat. What's up? I like Hockett, but he gets nuked by Pavlovich. But I don't know what Pavlovich's chain wrestling defense is like, dude. We ain't seen it in a while. He does work with Steve Marco, who's a great wrestling coach, one of the best. So he probably would beat Hockett, to be honest. I don't know if they make that matchup. UFC cuts Bryce before fighters that hit women. Thank you for the 2. I know, but they're champions most of the time, so it's kind of harder to get rid of them. Belal representing Canada. Thoughts on Ilya £200 walk around weight rumor? I don't know. Thank you for the $2. That's not true. He's not £200. Fighters need to stop doing that. Hamzat Chimaev was not £235. They're not big people. Thoughts on the Ape Index? Yeah. What's the thoughts on it? It's framed by reach. I placed a parlay on your picks first time taking Piggy's suggestion. Good luck. Good luck. A weakness is that you can add to TKZ and friends is they almost never move their head. It's true. Love you, Guru. Thanks for the great content. Got me back into watching MMA. Thank you for the 5. OG Guru Shuffle was compensation for missing card. Thank you for the 20 check Corona. Thanks for the great content. No problem. I appreciate that, stupid frog. Ilya's 175 tops. Yeah, he's not £200. Like, he's literally 5'5". Love you, Goo. Thank you for the vids recently. Early prediction for Ferreira versus Aliskerov. Aliskerov versus Ferreira. Bruno Ferreira versus Ikram Aliskerov. Probably Ikram. Getting the Asian announcer weirdly makes me miss Joe Martinez. Oh, yeah, right. I haven't seen the Asian announcer yet. It's good to be back. Gonna goon to Iwo sliming tougher. But it's clobbering time in that fight, dude, which is playing right into the Uso Blob's repertoire. Did Joanderson Brito's title run restart tonight? He beat Jordan Levitt. Let's chill, you know what I'm saying? He caught Jordan Levitt and finished him. You hella scamming us, but we're still here. I know. I'm just been palms up for a bit. Bisping gave his eye for 11 million over 11 years and wants Tom to do the same when he could keep the eye and make that in one boxing match. It's true, but he has to fight out the rest of his UFC contract regardless. Oh, an Asian announcer has popped up on the scene. Crazy. Guru, can we get a below? Thank you. Oh, shit, no. This is for the other fight. Okay, right. We're up to date. I was literally watching Marcus McGee versus John Yanis. Let's pray before the Bryce fight. Is being single the best base for MMA? 4 years gone, but we lit because Goo's back. People forget, man, this is how legends are made. I'd say being single or being in, like, a great relationship and no in between. If you're in some kind of, like, problematic relationship, that's definitely the worst base for MMA. So you should rather be single. But if you're in a great relationship, then it'd probably be a benefit. Can't believe you didn't beat Arman. You seem to have a Uso Blobman build and BNC build. Boys and Co build. Bryce by sub round 2. He is almost the best fighter in the world in his weight class. So, and maybe the best grappler nowadays since Makhachev's gone. So it was tricky. So not to say anything. But he checked Merab. Arman, I might make a video on it. Arman checked Merab when Merab was trying to trash me. Because Arman knows that I've been in there and he's felt my presence. You know? Arman knows how it is. Us as fighters. Merab could never fucking relate, you know? Right, here we go. Round 1. Oh, got a link to the old Conor gambling stream. No, Mohammedian or Bonfimian tonight. I'm going to go with Belal Muhammad. The moment someone's in the face of Belal whispers without the sex. Thank you. Here we go. Round 1. Oh, yeah, because of his Epstein joke. Classic one-liner from Belal. Will Matt Schnell be slimed, folks? It's a potential Matt Schnell slime out here. Will he go down and go out dirty? Good kick to the body there from Matt Schnellish. He's always starting like he's looking very good, Matt Schnell, you know? But then disaster strikes. Alessandro Costas could be outdone here with some shots at range. You never know. We've never really seen a Matt Schnell slime out himself where he's done the sliming. Alessandro Costa's definitely got more finishes, but he's starting a little bit tentative here. And Matt Schnell's looking to get going. Slime time central. Yeah, he's out, dude. It's going to happen. We'll see. It's slime time. He's looking for his lead hook right hand. A lot of movement here. A lot of crafty movement from Matt Schnell. Dillashaw maxing in the cage. There's a low kick. Comments confusing me. Score can't make out for that chin. Let's not jinx it, dude. We got picks on the line here. Come on now. Alessandro Costa is powerful, though. Oh, he's caught Matt Schnell. Matt Schnell landed back, though. Hold on now. Matt Schnell took a big punch on the chin. That will raise his confidence. It's not like it's every punch that puts him out cold. He does take an often few of them, first of all. We getting a Bisping video? Maybe I'll do an Aspinall one, yeah, tomorrow. See how I feel. Maybe I'll be palms up again. I shouldn't be palms up for the White House fight week. Good right hand from Costa. Costa's finding his way around the guard of Matt Schnell with that right overhand. He's starting to get going a bit here. Good jab, low kick from Matt Schnell. Hold on now. Unk's turning back the clock. He's rejuvenated his chin. Fingers ahoy. Tell him, ref. Jab to the body from Costa. Liddell Schnell. Okay. Dutch combo. Yeah, the Dutchie. Oh! Oh! He's been slimed out! Alessandro Costa's pouring it on! Big shots to the back of the head! And it's over! Well, Matt Schnell, they called the fight, dude. Stop coping. I mean, They maybe should not have stopped that fight, to be honest with you. But it is Matt Schnell. This is the fucking problem. It is Matt Schnell. This is where it's going to get tricky, dude. You can't blame them for thinking he was slammed out cold. We got to watch it. They were back at the headshots. They were. Let's go for that. Dude, straight on the chin. Jelly leg Schnell. And he's in on the hips. Is he out cold on the ground, though? They got to show us the replay of him on the ground. It does look bad the way he goes down. I mean, he's keeping him reasonably clean, these hammer fists. It's a tricky one. But you have to consider, chat, that the only reason he left that position was because Herb Dean stepped in. Yes or no? If Herb Dean never stepped in, he would still be in that position getting hit. But Herb should let it go on a little longer there. But if he's out cold in that position and Herb doesn't know, Herb needed to give him a verbal, let me know you're in there, Matt. Which religion is the best base for MMA? Islam, because you get basically a servant upon you turning 18 that's going to do everything for you without question. To be honest. So that's a pretty crafty move in training camps. Can't complain after doing a guru shuffle. But it's not though, because genetically they ain't got it in them. They're in the doomed section of the tier list. So actually Christianity, honestly. I mean, who does that to Matt Schnell? Everyone. Who does that to Matt Schnell? Literally everyone, folks. How crazy was it to be there with Arman? Was it surreal, or did you want to beat him and take his lightweight ranking? I really wanted to tussle with Arman. I didn't know I was going to be grappling Arman. Aiden said I was going to be fighting Sweater, and I was going to feel bad about that because I'm just going to knock out some guy, and then everyone's like, oh, I bet he thinks he's tough for doing that. But ended up like surprising me with we're grappling Arman. So I was like, oh shit, we're grappling Arman. But you got to do it at that point, you know what I mean? Otherwise, you're a bitch. Imagine I stood there and said no. Funny fact, when I first said my turn to grapple Arman then, Arman went, no, brother, double money. I need double money for this guy. I should have went, well, I tried. I should have cut my losses and said, Arman was scared of me. Schnell posted that he has a medical condition that causes severe insomnia, so this is literally the only way he can get sleep. That explains his activity. Is that a banshee in the crowd? Eddie Alvarez's wife snuck in. Did you watch a new Rogan and Harlan Williams pod? I watched the start of it, yeah. Wanted to talk some shit, but you've been working hard? I haven't, though. Thank you for the 5. I appreciate the compliment, but I would like them to be worthy. Thank you for the 5, though. Who's getting Schnelled out next? Justin Tuffer or Junior Tuffer, whichever blob it is. Never mind. Let me read them. Wanted to talk some shit. Who's been Schnelled out next? Wasn't every shot to the back of the head? They were. But you're allowed to if it's part of a finishing sequence. Probably already been asked, but thoughts on Till's BKFC debut? I haven't been asked about it. Till got it done. Got dropped by Aaron Chalmers. Crazy. Crazy that he got dropped by that guy. But, you know. He's new to it. Definitely on the sauce. Peptide Till's going to be a fucking problem. I want to see him versus Mike Perry. I love it. If that's where his current career trajectory is going, towards a Mike Perry fight, I'm all in. Just keep him active. We forgot Justin and Cejudo hanged out with Kadyrov, I know. Marco Stone, thank you for the membership. Show us crafty medieval haircut. No new mythical fighter, catchweight Schnell. Hey Guru, I have basically no calf muscles, good or bad for MMA. You're probably going to get calf kicked up, yo. It depends how dense your bones are, though. If you've got big bones on the calves, then maybe you don't need much muscle to make up for it. Step foot into Mumbai and you'll be traced in white chalk, little bro. Yeah, they'll have to make like a historic artifact about me because I've showered within the past 24 hours. You seen Arman defending you from Marab and Gable? I did, yeah, dude. He knows, dude. Arman knew. I really think Arman was like, this guy's kind of strong when I was trying to get on him. I respect, dude. Arman's got my respect. You know? I've got Arman's respect, should I say. Because who the fuck is that guy? But I did see him defend me from Marab and Gable. Those pussies. Funny how Rogan thinks Haaland is serious. I know. What's the guru day in the life when palms up? I know Rogan doesn't think Haaland is serious. Rogan just likes people not to be silly funny because it's a more natural type of funny, if you know what I'm saying. So he's kind of on a weird vibe with Harlan Williams because it further proves that he himself, in comparison, direct comparison on screen, is the unfunny guy on the side. Rogan can't be silly funny. That's the dynamic. Rogan has to be, I wrote it down and I tried it at 50 different clubs and I tweaked it and I really looked into the science of writing a joke in order to get something that gets a mild laugh because I was loud. You know? Guru day in the life when palms up. Just sleeping, to be honest. Jack Grant got a Scottish Twitter against... I know, I saw you posted, yeah. Foreign competition. Yeah, it is a weak McDonald's order. Otis the Beefy One orders a small meal from McDonald's, chat. What do you think about that? This guy, Otis the Beefy One, moderator in my chat, sent me his McDonald's meal, told me to rate it. Small chips, regular small cheeseburger, small drink. I'm not even making it up. Not even making it up. He chose small. He literally went to the checkout and said, I'll have a small chips. Fucking bizarre, dude. If you're going to go to McDonald's, you eat until you feel sick. That's the only way of doing it, dude. You right, you set the bar so low, expectations lower. You right, set the bar low, so expectations lower. True. Can we get a member stream a week? Just one? I'll try. Subgu, ready for the Garn and Goichi hate watch next week? We really are. Glad you're back. Enjoyed the tier list. Absolute Cinema. Also Bonfim by somehow KO and Belal. He could pull it off. I don't think he will if he and Gary couldn't, but he could do. Impression of Joe. Oh, I'm coming and it hurts, folks. Did you hear Net is walking out Gaethje? He's not. BB's not. Should Figi retire? Losing by guillotine in 2026 is crazy. He didn't look like that tight of a guillotine either, to be honest. And maybe he's got like a neck injury or something, but that didn't look like too crafty of a guillotine. Guillotine losses in 2026 is crazy. He should. Jan finishes Marab in the rematch. Marab will not be the same from that damage he took in that fight. And one liver kick he'll shut down this time. Yeah, I think Marab gets finished in the rematch as well. Especially because of his nose as well. One jab and it's broken. Thoughts on Arman's wife allegedly filing for divorce? I mean, I'm not going to root that on. But he has been traveling around the world and not really seeing him. So, I don't know. I don't really know how the dynamic is in Georgia or Armenia or Russia, wherever he is. UFC was like Schnell, no to his retirement interview. Bedtime MMA, you absolutely... Alright, thank you for the 20. Oh, yeah, I saw that on Instagram. Yeah, shout out to Bedtime. Why would Silva blitz while being the shorter fighter and have his chin completely up? He's a tard. He's a tarded unk. And he needs to be put away. Thoughts on Hockett not allowed at the press conference? He is allowed at the press conference. BKFC looking to make Till versus Yoel. Not good for Till. That isn't good for Till, but it would be a hyped up fight. And Yoel is getting old. Hey, bro, your country is doomed. Your entire right-wing movement is following an Israeli plant. Every right-wing movement on earth is following Israel. Thank you for the $8 Australian. Israel pushes left. Right-wing movement spawns up in counter of it. Turns out right-wing movement is also under Israeli occupation. Like, what? You're not breaking news here, buddy. It's every single party on earth. Truth is, Argentina, Mexico, Germany right now as well. France was in the same situation. It's every single country. America, Canada. That's how it is. There's no escaping them. Thank you for the 2. Truth is, Rogan will be remembered as one of the greatest comedians of all time. He could do. Which is a shame. Why would Silva? No idea. Thank you for the love from Ohio, though. Yeah, Harlan doesn't write anything. He's just funny. Yeah. I can't tell if the lack of hype around Alex Pereira just means he's absolutely going to slime out Garner and remind everyone. There's not a lack of hype. It's just that he's not a main event, so he's not getting the same push. There's some hype. There's just no shit talk. There's no back and forth. We'll see on fight week. You know? Pissed me off how much Gable was acting like he didn't know you. He definitely does. If Jones knows me, then he does. You versus Schmitty and RAF, then call out Arman. People forget Man Sterling, co-host, made a whole arc about Guru being crippled. Also lead the crusade and give us members a stream. I will try. You got motherfuckers tweaking when you don't upload. I know, dude. It's terrifying. I hate it. It makes me feel weird. Police knock on door after race vid? Nah. Israel funds my donor to the stream. How hilarious would it be if Hockett does Pavlovich like Aspinall did him? It would be quite funny if that's the case. Thoughts on Dana saying Alex is the GOAT if he wins? That's crazy, dude. Just fucking literally used John Jones like his cum dump and pump and dumped him. Is literally yesterday's news. Crazy. Could you beat Adam Cullen after a year of training? If I caught him with a real crafty clobber him right hand, I reckon I could. But no, probably not. He'd probably out-grapple me, the bitch. Any chance if Conor beats Max, we get him versus Ilya at 170 for the interim belt? Also, can't wait to see Goichi palms up in front of White House and BB. Man, I don't think Conor beats Max. Let's go. Thank you for the 26 months of membership, Epic Bud. What do you think of Till reminiscing on how far he has fallen in life from fighting world? It feels bad, but I was speaking to him before and I've cheered him up a bit about it. Is it weird? I was genuinely worried you were palms up. No, there's good odds of it, but I'm never going to end my life. Everyone's going to die someday anyway, so I don't see the point in speed running it. Is Josh Hockett Alpha Ben Rothwell reincarnated? No. Love the race tier list. Thank you. Remember Cuffham collapsing in the railing? I know, it's so funny. I've got reports of harrowing scenes as his big eye capsized through the casket while being laid to rest. It was so funny. Did you see Pfeiffer say I love and respect Israel? He was talking about Adesanya. Even Jake Shields fell for that shit. How would Zabit have done versus Usman for a potential third belt, assuming he beats Volkan Oliveira? He's a bitch. He would have got slammed out in any fourth round of any fight ever. Shut the fuck up about him, about this fucking what if TikTok MMA fan bitch. Thoughts on your dong? It's huge. I think give it a 2. I want to show you my crafty bag of tricks. Guru's back. Let's go take our money. I know. I literally come back and just emptying wallets at me. Uso blob shit was amazing. I really hope we get one last to tie the sneaky hungry hippo fight. I know. Same here. You gonna wear your Crusade helmet for Bryce? No. What's next for Max if he wins or loses to Conor? I don't know. Probably a fight with the winner of Benoit Saint-Denis, Paddy Pimlet, most likely. Would you have beat Arman if it was just boxing? I mean, come on. Once I see red. I know what country Brendan Allen can represent next to guarantee a title shot. I know. It would be crafty. 1 year, let's go Soldier of God. Fight night, let's have it. Been amazing recently. Keep it up, Guru. Much love. Thank you. You've seen the Hawaiian Alliance is at war with TKZ and friends. I have seen that, yeah. Why do you hate us members, Guru? I know I need to go live more often. Am I missing any fights? Fuck. Thank you. People forget, man. Giannis got schnelled. He did not get schnelled. I'm a 1-4 veteran boss mode because I rep my section. Religion tier list is next. No, because there's only one religion in the game, really. Enjoyed meeting you at the Black Forge. That celebratory weightlift session with Conor was cool. We did not meet each other at the Black Forge. Got a bunch of Beanie Cult tattoos to cover up my swastika. Okay, shut up, dude. Love the race tier list, and I'm India. We're doomed. You can... there's chances, you know. Evolution happens. Guru, you would stay in a random village for India on your own for 2 weeks for 10k? No, I'm good. 2 weeks, 10k. You could buy a nice mattress after this stream. Good to see you, brother. Hope you've been good lately. Thank you for the 2. Does McGrillen get it done against Pettis? Yes, he'll slime out Sergio Pettis bad. My cousin's going to slime him out bad. I'm telling you. My cousin's fighting Sergio Pettis, by the way. Literal true story. Crazy. Some family lineage shit. Oh, there we go. Right, we're good. Finally got that out. You realize so many people would quit watching UFC if you stop posting content and going live? I know, dude. I know. I'm trying to quit posting content and going live, but I just can't help it. Will why an Alliance make it back to A tier? They're gonna have to pull off some crazy results. Right now, A tier is a battle between the Neymar type people and the Boys and Co. I literally think if JDM beat Prates, I would have put the Boys and Co at A tier instead of Brazilians. Was watching PKA and I died when Woody said his bro had his way with him and that you were tickling his domain. You were the only one who laughed. I know, yeah. Really odd. I guess the rest of them are used to that type of language. I don't know. Okay, it's not on yet. The card's not on. John Jones is gay. He is. He is gay, correct. They're lazy. They never left and lost Melaton. I don't know what that means. UFC fights without Live Guru is not as good. Are you always late because you're trying to get on the YN list? No, I'm not trying to be a part of the YN Alliance. I'm not. Top Guru voice mocks Connor and Ariel Helwani. Thank you. I appreciate the kind words. Smith is trashing Bryce on the panel. Fuck Anthony Smith, dude. What's he talking about? People hate McMillan so much for nothing. It's funny calling him shit, but hyping up Alberto Montez as the second coming of Ilya because he beat Tercios. It is a tricky fight for Tommy McMillan, but I am going to go with Tommy McMillan. Thank you for the £10. Fell asleep watching the race tier list, and my fiance woke me up asking what the fuck I was watching. Keep up the bangers, bro. Thank you. Thank you for the 5. Can you explain why you thought Fury faked depression? I was talking about Fury's depression because it turns out when he got back in shape and started doing really good again, all of a sudden it just went away. I don't think that's like a medical... It's not that I don't think he had depression. I just don't think it's like a disease in the brain that needs medical intervention to cure. That's my opinion on it. I think you can be depressed. You can be like really sad. But there's a lot of things that you can do to change that. I don't think it's like a sadness, illness in your brain. Yeah, that's just my opinion. Iwo Baranowski versus Polish border defense. He could do. I don't know if they're really trying to keep the tougher bros out, but yeah. UK is basically like the UFC. You got all the races on from your list fighting each other, and it's controlled by Ariel's friends. I know, dude. It really is. Reckon you could chin Elwani? Yeah, for sure. Right after that podcast, you said Askren wasn't doing much MMA. Askren announced he's wrestling. I know. It's actually insane. I don't know what's going to go on there, dude. If Belal slams him, pile drives him on his head, I don't know if Askren should be doing it that early. Maybe at the end of the year, I could see him working towards it, but I really don't know if he should be doing things this early. Top 3 UK prospects, not in the UK UFC yet. Lewis McGrillen, O'Mill Brown, and someone else. How would Overeem fare today? People forget, man. Stipe clearly, and Vucenic coming back. How about that? People forget, man. Stipe clearly taps. He did not tap. But Overeem would fare quite... He's just so chinny, though. It's YN Alliance problems, dude. They're low-key chinny for real. Impression of Anshul Jabli singing one for the message. Those are my hood because I put on the corner. When I met the streets and put this thing, let them know I found my obsession. Obsession? Say my name, also impression of Ariel, MMA Guru, race mixed. I did not race mix. Say my name, also impression of Ariel saying good, while watching the weather for the White House guard and calling you a goy when you ask him to stop. Okay, yeah. Oh, according to plan. Just as I ordered. Anthony Smith resembles a 1970s underground boxing promoter. I hate the bloke. Oh my god, I watched Real Steel the other day. Do 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 bam 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 do 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 do. Dude, they did Noisy Boy so fucking dirty, dude. That could have been such a cool character. Noisy Boy gets beat by Midas in some underground boxing ring. Come on, dude. Bro just discovered Real Steel. No, I rediscovered it, dude. I watched it when I was a kid and I saw it and I thought, oh, I should watch Real Steel again. It was quite good, you know. And it was. It aged well as an adult. Homeboy! I was laughing at that scene. It was so unnecessary, but they just had to make him a bad guy, so they made him racist. But out of nowhere, he's racist as well. Crazy. Who does Ethan Ewing beat in the top 15? Quite a few of them. Marcus McGee, a lot of these guys. Amy and Zahabi. YN's boycotting Asian businesses as if we want them. Is that what's going on? It's crazy, dude. The Goyim are behaving accordingly. UFC White House with bedtime and Flucus. Dude, the stay out my store methods actually worked once. Bedtime and... I don't know what's going on. What's the beef between the YNs and the TKZ and friends? Is Mike Perry YN or Boys & Co? He's boys in code, but he's behind enemy lines. Good to see you, bro. Thank you. Why hasn't Cousin signed with the UFC? Because he was with PFL for a while, but he's looking to change that soon, maybe. Well, I don't know if he is, but obviously the UFC is an ideal switch, but, you know. Maybe you might want to stay with PFL. Member for 33 months. He's making some dosh. Thank you for the membership. Brendan Allen is so unlikable. True. George James is a bit of an NPC, don't you think, Otis? Maybe, though. Brendan Allen's so unlikable. Yeah, it's not like he's a hateable person, but he's just not likable. Good to have you back on a Saturday. If we did blatantly encourage juicing MMA promotion like the enhanced games, what do you think the fight you'd be most looking forward to? Like Ngannou versus like fucking Lesnar, or if Pereira was on the sauce, he'd be devastating. Sauced up Aspinall would be crazy. Jones actually allowed to go full force would be in crazy condition. If a fighter bugged out and went clobbering time on Ariel, do you think his co-hosts would help or lock themselves in their booth and watch? I think they'd lock themselves in the booth and watch. I don't think they'd be out there scrambling to help. Love you, bro. Thank you for the 5. Appreciate you. We all miss Anthony Armadillo Smith. We do. Wink for us, Piggy. No. Would you ever collab with Joshua Vam? Yeah, but I've said things. So I don't know. It feels like I'm bandwagoning at this point. You know, I need to wait until there's a bit more momentum. So I'm in the all clear. Impression of Duke wiggling on Dan Hooker and Big Usos. Oh, my. Just as I expected. Impression of Rogan pooing his pants on commentary. Oh! People forgot Atom put Zeus in 2-on-1 wrist control. He did. There was a lot of illegal moves in that matchup between Zeus and Atom, to be honest with you. But let's face it, chat. I saw 3 knockdowns from Zeus on Atom in round 1. That's a fucking... That's a stoppage. There's no 3 knockdown rule in robot boxing. In the World Robot Boxing League. Crazy. Actually crazy, dude. And they actually gave Atom an extra 30 seconds on the corner when he was going, look at me. Shut up. He literally told the guy telling him to start the round to shut up and give him a second. You can't do that, dude. Disqualification. Zeus literally cleared him. Impression of Belal and Habib jumping the cage to confront the big Yahoo and the Secret Service open fire. Okay. The one now. You need to get on Adam Darby's Irish John Jones. No. Look up Google Patrick McRae nickname from GTA 4. It's really interesting. No. I understand that getting slimed out palms up by Ariel is embarrassing and makes you want to self-isolate, but things happen in life. I didn't get slimed out by Ariel. People forget, man, Anthony Smith is the lineal light heavyweight champ. He just didn't take his belt off Jones by technicality. He took a beating like a real champ. Okay. Strickland in Shahbazyan's corner going with the boys. Of course, dude. He's rallying for the boys and co. What category do Italians fit in the race list? I don't know. What did I skip? Got tickets for Belgrade. That's a good one. Belgrade's going to be a fun card. Have you heard of heavyweight named Quiven Gadsden? No. Thank you for the 2. I haven't. What category do Italians fit in the race list? It depends north or south, you know what I'm saying? The Lion Alliance gains 10 plus venom on their stats when matched up against an elder of the TKZ and Friends race, yet to be patched. They do actually, yeah. I should have put Unk Destroyer into it as well. Damn, is Dominic Cruz cold? What's he wearing a shirt, a fucking coat, and a blazer over the top for, dude? What's going on with Dominic Cruz? Kevin Souza looked great. Kevin Souza. Do you consider Ilya a hero or a villain? Well, seeing as it's now Justin Gaethje, I consider him a hero. Is Gaethje really walking out to the big Yahoo? No, he's not walking out with big Yahoo. Thank you, though. M4 operator. Hi, Guru. Nice to meet you. I'm the general using this machine gun with fucking purpose. Nice to meet you. I watched an interview with Luna. He said he's been rolling and working with Armin and sounded really confident. I'm worried. I'm worried as well. Who was the Brazilian guy that messaged me once? Was it Santiago? Santiago Luna might be a Jerusalem affiliate. Let me double check real quick. Yeah, he is, dude. Oh, no. It's not good enough, dude. We're riding with Bryce Mitchell. It's not good enough. Santiago Luna's a crafty Jerusalem viewer, you know. I even forgot about that. I'm in the YN community and I appreciate your comedy. No problem, dude. Thank you for the $10. I didn't ask. or need your acceptance. No, I'm joking. No, thank you for the 10. I appreciate that. Thank you, man. Yeah, no problem, dude. So no White House stream with Bedtime and Lugana Flucas? No, not. It wouldn't happen on the White House card anyway. I believe you would chin Anshul Ghibli. There's good odds. Pick vid should include favorite fighter from each group. Okay. Thoughts on Dariush short notice versus Tapuria? He's dead. He'd be dead if that was the case. What can Dana do to convince you to kiss the wall? Not happening unless I get like billions. Billions would do it, but yeah, other than that, no. The big 3 commentary for the McGregor card, Brew. Thank you for the 2. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Chad Rowe, 620. Top 5 dumbest UFC fighters in your opinion. 5 gifted memberships, a lot, Chad Rowe. I appreciate you very much indeed. Kuramat got 1. A Slowpoke. Michael Johnson. Welcome. Lacey. Top 5 dumbest UFC fighters. Top 5. Let me think of 5 names. I don't know, man. Yuri's retarded. Other than that, I'm not really sure. Brendan Allen's definitely up there. He seems tarded. Who do you think Hockett gets after sliming out Lewis? Probably Pavlovich or Volkov. I don't know who you would rather, but one of them two. Think they will bench Tom? No. That won't happen. I'll make sure of it. I'll literally shoot him a message and saying, lock in, bro. Lock in, little bro. Watch Megalo boxing anime with humans that use robotic enhanced arms. I don't know what that means. I'm not watching anime, bro. 14 years old, YM with a blick caught stealing, then gets slimed by Asian store owner starting the great YN versus TKZ war. You'll stay out my store. Already happened. 14-year-old kid with a gun caught stealing and then gets shot by an Asian store owner. That's crazy. You could not steal, but I don't know. I don't know the law in America. I always find that crazy when you get like if it's a petty crime, like I don't know. Shouldn't get shot for it. Depends what he stole, I guess. If he was stealing a fucking Snickers bar, then let's not execute him in the street. I've never stolen anything in my life, though, chat. Anyone else? Let's hear a Holloway. See you later, gay boy! Bryce looked awful on the scales. Worried for him. Yeah, but he's at bantamweight now. Guru, you got to do a Bram risk? No, I'm good, man. Thank you for the 26 months of membership. I'm all right. If the money was great, I would do it, but it's not going to be great, is it? So, I'm all right, man. I'm really all right. Rewatched Holloway versus TKZ, and man, Holloway really turns to. It's like a circus thing, right? And I like it. I was tuning into the last one, and I think he's got something working for him here, and he's got the apex that he's using as well. But I'm not. That's not. I don't want to be on that. You know what I'm saying? TKZ into a Squid Game victim. True. Tell Brian Draper I need to see him rebooked in Glasgow. I missed this fight last time because it was cancelled. We will chin Jamie McDonald. Okay, I'll let Brian Draper know. Thank you for the £5. Top 5 zestiest. What was the question? Zestiest fighters behind Gable Stevenson's pretty zesty. Jordan Levitt, Ian Gary. These names. Anthony Smith is the toughest guy on TV. It's a good thing Silva versus Kavanagh didn't happen. Bruno Silva probably would have been slammed out, yeah. Are you scared Eddie Hearn will keep Tom Aspinall from fighting after his eyes healed? I want Aspinall to fight his last UFC fights at least. I'm not here just to not see him fight, so hopefully he does get those fights. Remember when you called Benil Dariush a predator? There was weird videos of him swimming in like a pool in Africa with some weird charity that he did. I didn't call him outright a predator, but I said it was just weird behavior. And then they deleted everything as well, which was weird. People in chat won't even remember that. Thank you for the 18 months of membership. Bacon007 Hi, I appreciate you. The 14-year-old YM pointed a gun at the Asian. I don't know the whole story. Jesus, I don't pay attention to politics, to be honest with you. Well, I do, but I haven't looked into the whole story, dude. I just see people crying on Twitter about some bullshit. I'm trying to, you know. Bisping choosing UFC over Friends is unsurprising. He's done it before. If Tougher wins, I'm going to actually cry. Being slimed in the street is part of the Boys & Co culture. Okay. Will we ever get Prime Activity, Guru? We will. Yeah, for sure, man. I don't know what I need to do, but something needs to change. I don't know. Joseph Morales, Loki just disappeared after 2 good performances. He beat Matt Schnell. I guess his activity hasn't been crazy, but yeah. People forget, man. 2 years ago, Guru was on his deathbed and still reacted to Dricker's sub and Izzy. Now you won't even make a prediction video. I literally made a prediction video. You're a casual Guru fan. You need group for women called Quit, Fit, and Stay in Kitchen. All right. CTE Volk letting Sean Woodson outside after telling the girls they shouldn't be scared of spiders. Don't be scared. Look, he's got feelings like you as well. Thank you for the membership. Blessed Popeyes. That's the thing, Guru. They don't steal food, like never, unless you consider technology food. I don't know what he stole. I genuinely don't know what he took. It's Iwo clobbering time. Thank you for the 2 Canadian dollars. Now you for real uncorked the pedo allegation after Dariush got put on a shirt by Quillen. Oh, yeah. I mean, that was just as an insult, not as a who he is as a person thing. Just called him a nonce. Nicotine and nonce isn't like directly meaning of that in the UK. It's just like a throwaway insult. Nicotine and caffeine is a great motivator. Jake and I might hop on fucking test. Nah, I'm joking. I feel like I'd be a superhuman with it though. But I'm not gonna do it, dude. I can't do that. I'll die. Jake and Ariel called in favors for it to rain. True. Thank you for the $2. Why are you obsessed with mayonnaise? I just can't fucking help it, dude. I literally can't help it. Like, I don't know what it is about mayonnaise, dude, but I just can't fucking help it, man. It's just like, it's just so good, dude. Like, it really is just fucking... really is just... absolutely fucking sensational, dude. I just can't fucking... I can't stop. Like, it's a real problem. I'm literally drinking it from the fucking bottle. And it's a real fucking problem, dude. Like, it really is. Thank you very much. $2. Bivol versus Benavidez. Who wins, Guru? Nah, I'm good. Thank you for the 2. Definitely clipped, yeah. Get some limitless pills. Yeah, true. I should get some limitless pills. I've got Ilya in round 2. Crazy man that UFC banned the only American champ from 250. You're moving to Argentina. I'm not going to any of those places. Maybe somewhere else. That's a lot of mayo. The reason why they're there is because I was actually scraping it out of the, what's it called? The thing. You know? What you do is you, like, squeeze it until it doesn't come out anymore. And then you kind of get them all and kind of, like, use up all of it. You know what I'm saying? So I was kind of, like, dig it. That's why you can see the kind of scrape marks on the inside of it. So I haven't been storing them up, but I just got all of them with a little bit left and got the rest out. Bros did eat it with mayo. Guru, did you see Rogan's pod with weighing in? Yeah, a lot of people forget man moments. I miss Johnny Parsons. Welterweight needs him right now. By the way, when's the Guru Naught podcast? Don't know what that means. Can't wait for Connor to adopt Max. Did Bryce say anything about his faith that's impacted or stuck with you? Yeah, he was cool. He's already. I think it's just his representation as a person that made me think. 4 fucking bottles. People still underestimating Iwo, saying tougher might fluke him. Like, bro, tougher lost to the big Tuckos MMA Guru. There's a bin right there, by the way. That's why they're there. Nah, 4 bottles. Thoughts on Mike Bisping hating on Tom? It's pathetic. I know I've answered it 50 times. Yeah. He's turning on him. Literally called him a pedo. I don't know, dude. Leave it alone, you fucking snitch. You're acting like a fucking bitch snitch. True, your body's 30% mayonnaise. It's true. Bryce said McGee can be part of the Boys & Co. Stop going maxing with that mayo. It's not like a son. He's covered in mayo. Feeling Allen will get fluked for some reason. Get this TKC and Friends guy off the Octagon announcer. Let's go. So blobs. Right, I'm caught up with you guys throwing donations my way. We're about to watch Baranowski versus... Tougher, by the way. Predict Connor's next 3 fights. He's going to lose all of them. I hope he wins, though. Would be good for business. Would be real good for business. You ever worried about UK speech laws? Yeah, sometimes, but you got to say some pretty like specific things. Bro, scamming members at this point. Yeah, thanks, man. Thank you. Anyway, fight's about to start. People forget Izzy Coates about a bang job he did. Set the clock. It's on. We're about to witness a slime out, folks. Baranowski versus Tougher, round 1. Tougher could get him, chat. Tougher could literally get him in a clobbering time fest. He's a live underdog against this very specific style of Baranowski. Oh, Baranowski's looking for the overhand already. Taffa whiffs the front kick. I just heard, yoo, which means that Taffa's got some fans in the house. Baranowski shooting in. Hold on now. Mix in the grappling a little bit. We might see a smarter Baranowski here. Knee to the body and a punch. They separate. I'm telling you, Taffa could give him some problems, folks. It's a near perfect style matchup for the odds. Another knee attempt from Baranowski. You're getting skipped, sorry. Thank you for the respect, though, Dominic. It's a crazy fight that anyone could go out in. Low kick from Baranowski. Nasty low kick. And that's something that Kevin Christian went to not long ago. Taffa hits the guard. Another heavy low kick from Baranowski. Puts Taffa down, dude. The boys in co on top. Big shots from Baranowski. And Taffa's just quitting on the ground. It's over. He's McFallen and can't get up. Leg kick TKO finish from Iwo Baranowski. Puts away Taffa in round 1, dude. Wow. Dude, everything Baranowski does is different, dude. The low kicks, the punches. He just finished him with a fucking low kick, dude. Wow. Leg kick finish immediately. Actually ruining my tier list saying calf density exploit. Ruined because I guess the fucking... Dude, they really have fallen off the USO blobs, I'm telling you, man. 2 low kicks, I know. Boys and co-parlays alive. Thank you for the 2. Yo, the leg kick defense debuff was on point. Yep, they can't take low kicks. Literally only Holloway. I know, carried by Holloway. No calf density, but buff for Taffa, I know. Ah, fuck. Too many donos. I can see him. Literally out calf densitied. An USO blob. Crazy. Absolutely crazy, dude. Legendary Polish power. That's crazy. Crazy win. Apex cards going crazy. Lot of finishes. The Polish, I know, I saw it. People forget Taffa got schnelled. Most fighters fight to stay. Taffa's fights to leave. Someone said chinny to the legs. They are. Turns out they are. Taffa a lamb to slaughter. I know. Yeah, don't go calf for calf with an USO, you said. I literally did say that, but if they're not going to check him, they're not going to check him. Get the people's main event, our main event. We're rooting for Bryce, I know. It's up next. Itchy Slav, not even the boys. But Iwo's more of one of the boys, you know what I'm saying? Breathing hard as fuck. I'm focusing. I can't focus without breathing. USO blob defense is nerfed after losing weight. Bedtime pick Taffa. Crazy. Apex cards going crazy. Did you see there's going to be a new ranking system? No. Jew, thank you. We have a new prodigy. We will take over. Thank you for the 25 Norwegian kroner. Can we write off these donations on taxes? No. Iwo looks like he sacrificed a chromosome. No, he doesn't, dude. He looks normal. Shut up, dude. Stop trying to poke holes in it, Dread the Casual. Thank you very much for the 36. For a strength durability skill point? Dude, he looks normal as fuck. Stop insulting Iwo Baranowski, dude. Jew, thank you. I'm 100% convinced UFC matchmakers watch your vids after seeing Bobby Green McKinney. I know. What a softie, cut Taffa. Yeah. They USO blobs. They fell off, dude. Big time fell off. Bedtime pick Taffa. Iwo 100% cracked bro's fibia. I think it was because Kevin Christian did the same thing and he took an immediate turnaround here. Get tougher to blob out the UFC. Whenever is that meta ranking system coming? I don't know. 9-0, 9 first round finishes from Miro Baranowski is insane. What's next for Tougher? BKFC or KFC? KFC for sure. Iwo Jima, thank you for the 2. When was that meta ranking system? I have no idea. Nate re-pooed his pants after seeing those low kicks. True. Dude, that's the way to have a fucking UFC career, dude. Baranowski's so blessed. You know? He's probably not going to get a performance bonus, but he's cracking Joanna tonight. And he gets a first round finish, takes 0 damage, literally 0 damage. And he can get right back in there. Maybe the Hunter Campbell just told him he's giving him a bonus. I don't know. But Baranowski does it again, dude. Literally the best way to have a UFC career. When did he make his debut? Tougher should get fat again? I know, he should. Tougher in reverse is a fat, by the way. Funny term. Do you have sleep apnea? No. Maybe, though. I wake up feeling like I've been concussed, but I dream really well. You got a top 15 Earwo. Best we can do is Tuko Tokos on a prelim undercard of Ateba versus Petrosky. I know, yeah. Tuko Tokos, calm down. Come on, dude. Give him a layup. Give him Tougher. He's already beaten him. 1.99 Poland per capita, the best MMA in the country. The best MMA country. I don't know what that even means. 1.99 Poland per capita. Thank you for the 2. Iwo looks like one of those UK guys who would call a SWAT team on your whole family and dox you. No, he doesn't. Stop insulting Iwo Baranowski over nothing. I wouldn't let Belal near my daughter. Of course not. Worried they used the White House event to pull some shit. Trump could get shot. I'd probably be more worried about not seeing Ilya and Pereira fight. Yeah, honestly, don't interrupt the card with your death. You know what I mean? Honestly, selfish cunt. Mitchell up next. Every time I poo or fart, I say Nick Diaz Army now. Is Iwo and Itchlav or Boys & Co? He's more Boys & Co, but they are Boys & Co, but I had to separate it to make it fair on the other teams. Use weed to stop your dreams, mate? No, I can't smoke weed. I'll just start fucking stuffing my face like a pig. And I'll never go live. Jesus Christ. If you want me not to go live, sign it up. So Baranowski went 17-3 as an amateur. And since going to pro, he's never had a fight go past 3 minutes. I think that's what this is reading as. Or 2 minutes, depending if it's that much into the round or... No, he's never had a fight go past 4 minutes in his pro career. Crazy. He started in Contender Series September 2006. September 2025. So within a year... That's the Contender Series fight and 3 in a row by finish. Performance bonuses on all of them, but we don't know about the tougher one yet. Probably won't get it. Bryce by second round, Kimura arm break. I hope he wins. Santiago Luna's pretty good, but yeah. Every time I poo or fart, I say Nick Diaz Army now. As you should. As you should. Impression of Bryce Mitchell calling out Natan Levy after the fight? No. Can we get a prayer? Oh. I want you. Sign him back up to the UFC. Let's run it. Can we get a prayer for Bryce? We will as he's walking out. Thank you, Thomas Craggs. Now we know Soy Kiwi boys are allergic to leg kicks. By the way, Paulo would pull a masterclass on Allberg if he's locked in. Perhaps he would. Maybe can you start ripping cigarettes? Just an idea. No. Thank you for the 2. Iwo's Itchy Slav. Stop trying to claim him, Piggy. Slavs are my Boys & Co. They are the Boys & Co. alternative. They are. Marvin Vettori should move up and fraud check Iwo next. Let's see how much Iwo handles round 2 and 3. Plus, Vettori has no future at 185 and he is dense. Thank you for the $5. I appreciate you, man. Iwo versus Minefield. I don't know about Minefield. Thank you for the 32 months of membership, dude. Oh, Manyfield. That's actually a fun matchup. Yeah, he probably would win that as well. But that's another banger matchup. Manyfield versus Baranowski after he won last weekend, yeah. Marvin Vettori, fraud check his power immediately. Just gets subbed in round 1. Ba 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 bum 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 bum. I enjoy your streams and videos. Thanks for doing them. No problem, dude. No problem. When I smoke weed, I either eat everything in sight or sleep for 12 hours. After eating everything in sight, you mean? Politics aside, Natan Levy is top 10 of all time. Where does a Van and Nolberg fall into the race classes? Well, Van would be Southeast Asian, but they're not as prevalent in the sport. And Nolberg is an Uso blob, technically. But he's got some European in him, so you know, he's not as blobbish. We want Eddie gone, and we want Tom active. Do you agree with Bisping? I think I'd like him to be active. Yeah, but how can he be when this fight is on? He has to wait for this fight to happen no matter what. Thank you for the $2 euro. Impression of Jake Hadley pulling up to the function with his bars. I'm a real foul ute.
I'm a real foul ute like Jeffrey. I'm the king, nobody can stop me.
Thank you for the 5. Some Game of Thrones bars. By the way, don't try and claim Prohaska. He's still Slavic. Nah, we're claiming him. Thank you for the 20 Czech krona. Who even are you? Acting like you're from the Czech Republic or something. He's ours. This sets up perfectly for UFC Warsaw, Yam retirement fight, Gamrot co-main, and Iwo fighting Zhang. Thank you for the $5, dude. True, it does. Guru, you stole Piotr Yam from the Itchy Slavs? No, because he's half Georgian or some shit like that. He's not 62% Slavic. He's a quarter Chinese. He has a Chinese grandparent. That doesn't mean 12.5%. And he has a Georgian parent. So, Volk's not Slav. He's Balkan, if anything. Out of the 3.5k viewers, how many of us do you think could KO Match Nell? Quite a few of them, I'd think. There's 6.5k as well. Weirdo. Why would you diminish me? Huh? All-time favourite film? Real Steel. You missed any David Benavidez fight? I don't give a fuck about boxing. Thank you for the €2, Vlad. Border Boy is Bryce's opponent's nickname. It's true. Didn't know you listened to Burzum. Humming them. Don't know what that means. Did you throw all the South Americans in with the Chicanos? There aren't many of them. No, they were more like the Neymar type people. Impression of Jake Hadley rapping 1-4.
Hadley, I'm a 1-4 veteran. Boss of Broncos are back my section.
Thanks for doing what you do, Goo. You got a lot of fans here in Texas. No problem, dude. Yeehaw, brother. Or should I say, hola, amigo. Thank you for the $5. Prime for prime, Yuri or Yan? I reckon Yan whoops him. True. Thank you for the 2. Border Boy's going down. We'll see. Don't jinx it, dude. Come on. We're doing this out of the pure goodness of our hearts, this Bryce Mitchell performance. Would you take Tabit or McGee in a match? Probably Tabit after that last McGee performance. Tabit slimes out Yanis in a round. Need Bryce by sub here. What do you reckon the chances are? Good odds. I think he'll win by sub. If Russia wasn't communist, how would you rate it? Well, it's killed majority of its male population, and now they're being replaced in their own land. So, because Muslims don't fight their wars for them, so I don't know what to think about Russia. To be honest with you, they're a bit fucking retarded. People forget, man. Guru missed Cody Haddon's brutal return beatdown performance. He's back, Cody Haddon. I don't remember. Will Tom Nolan and Ziam make it to the second round? Thank you for the 5. Yeah. It will happen in the second round. Ben Williams' rapping impression. It's a classic. Yeah, who's from London? Do you believe I have a deep voice yet or not? Come on, lads. How much have I got to do to prove to you that I've got a deep voice? Mum is hyped for Bryce Mitchell. Same. My mum's hyped for it as well. The race tier list is going to live in infamy. Really funny. No problem, dude. Thank you, Texas viewer. Is Eddie fucking up Tom's career? He's keeping him relevant right now, but Yes or no, chat? The only thing that matters for Tom Aspinall is if he comes back and wins or loses. If he wins, he's on top of the world. If he loses, then he's going to get fucked. That's the case with most fighters, though, to be honest with you. You think Mitchell has a chance versus Eddie Guerrero? I've heard Eddie Guerrero's name before, but I don't know who it is specifically. Who's Eddie Guerrero? Is that an actor or some shit? Bryce is walking out, folks. He's in the cage. Would you consider streaming any other sports? No, fuck basketball. Goyball. Nick's him forward, exactly. Fuck it. Love the Yair insults in the race to the list. Yeah, fuck Yair Rodriguez. Let's go, Yair! Yeah, he's in the WWE, okay. But they didn't know. Yeah, they should have shown Bryce's walkout impression. No, not impression. Bryce Mitchell's fight right now, sorry. This is a really tense fight, dude. Undefeated Santiago Luna stepping in. He's a great prospect. He's a sharp, crafty striker, and he's got some subs as well. Come on, Bryce Mitchell. Let's get that grappling off, brother. Let's go. Dude, I'm actually crazy nervous for this. God, you better. I know you're also Jerusalem affiliated, Santiago Luna, but you better not do this to my boy Bryce. On the last fight of his contracts, come on now. Boys and co-prayers, yep. Prayers for Bryce, chat. Mitch wins based on your prediction. I'll send you 50. Thank you. Bryce Mitchell fighting out of Searcy, Arkansas. Bryce Mitchell. There's his podcast co-host in the back, TJ Downtown Brown, peering in. Yeah, Bryce. Let's do it. Come on. If we can beat Saeed Nurmagomedov, we can beat this fella. Get that grappling off. Find your timing. Get to the hips and get him down, brother. Wrangle him. Yee! Round one. They're not touching gloves. Little kick from Bryce early. Luna kicks the body back. You should go to the body if you're Luna on a guy who's cut a bit of weight. Side kick to the body from Bryce. Come on, Bryce. Good straight left from Mitchell on a kick to the body. Inside low kick from Mitchell. Let's square up his stance and we can try and find our takedown. Kick to the body back from Luna. But we've been in there with Gene. Oh, good shot from Luna, dude. He is sharp on the feet, chat. Low kick from Bryce Mitchell. Looking to get flicky with it off that lead leg. No. Get flicky with it. There it is! Great defense from Luna early. Bryce Mitchell to the body lock. Luna found himself an underhook, though. And he's looking to turn Bryce around. Great job by Santiago Luna. He's got grappling himself. Looking to get Bryce to the ground, but he's going to end up on bottom. This is not where you want to be, friend. You're in our world, friend. Bryce Mitchell on top and side control, folks. You thought you had it for a second, Santiago. You don't want to go strength for strength in the clinch with my boy Bryce Mitchell. Snooze it out, Bryce. This can be as boring as you want. We just got to get that win, brother. We're looking for mount when you can. Some kind of dominant position. Bryce putting pressure on Luna here. This is good, dude. Luna stepped in. Short notice-ish. He had some time to prepare, but this is good, even though he looks in great shape. Luna's preparing to stop that mount take with his leg position here. Keeping that knee up high. Come on, Bryce! He's going to maybe try and... I don't know what he's going to try from this position. Just keep him flat for now. I think he's trying to get his arm in a better spot. Flatten him out here. Wait for Luna to make a move and then take advantage of where he goes. Pin down that arm, Bryce. Here we go. Luna tries to scramble. Bryce won't have it. Luna gets a good little underhook here. He can try and shift Bryce off of him. Let's knee the body, Bryce. We are wet blanketing, chat. That's what we do, dude. How's this, Chimaev? This is how it's really done. Crafty move. Luna busy at work on bottom position here, though. Bryce has to do some work. He needs to get to a good spot on Luna here. Luna doing some good busy work off bottom position. Bryce has got to get going with some strikes. But he's got his arm pinned. Do you see that? Luna and Bryce's arms are kind of pinned with each other here on that far side. So it's just going to be who works more with the free arm. Bryce going round into guard position. Luna's got his knee on the inside. Bryce lands a punch. Yeah! Full guard on top. Luna with some butterfly hooks. Going to look to get Bryce off of him here. Bryce looking to get over the legs into mount. Nearly has it. Not quite. Half guard on top now for Bryce. Luna's got a hold of his leg. We can punch here, Bryce. We got to do some punches here, Bryce. Luna's trying to sweep him off. Now we get mount. Luna's kipping up. We got to get some damage off Bryce to end the round. Just finish strong with some strikes on top. Tie up them legs, but we got to get some busy work off, dude. That's what the corner should be screaming at him. Just to make sure. We know how the judging is. You know, very damage beneficial. And look at Luna. He is working on bottom position, landing some punches, dude. Bryce needs to do some work. He needs to posture up and get some damage off. Maybe he's just trying to sort of smother out the first round and then see where things go in the second, but he needs to get some damage off here on top. Come on, brother. Posture up and land some elbows. Come on now. Or this is going to be a Luna round. Even though he's controlled him, this round can go Luna's way. And he's trying to crank Bryce's arm here on top position. He actually has Bryce's arm in a tricky spot, but Bryce is now going to roll over and take the back. He's on the back. He's under the chin nearly. Bryce is under the chin nearly. Not quite. Luna rolls all the way over. Bryce under the chin at the end of the round. Not quite. Lands an elbow on top. Another few shots on top. Elbow on top. Elbow. Big elbow from Bryce to end the round on Luna's face. They could go Bryce's way there. He cut him open with that last elbow. But Luna was busy on bottom position, chat. I think Bryce got that one with the damage at the end. He's opened him up and caused a bit of swelling there with an elbow at the end. So, yeah. Crafty alley and pray. I know, dude. We got to do it. Smother him out. Wear that energy out on Luna. And then once we get him down this round, we can start putting in some fucking work. Bryce took it at the end. I really think if it wasn't Bryce... It's obviously Bryce. I'm being real. Chat, yes or no? If Bryce didn't have that moment at the end, I could see the judges thinking, oh, well, Luna was the one working and trying to land. So, but Bryce finished strong with some good elbows, the back take. So we got a Bryce round 1, 10-9. If this was Chimaev, he's getting scored that round, all right? Round 2 coming up. Let's go, Bryce. He took a lot of strength for him there that round to control. He's got to open up with low kicks early here. Round 2. Kick to the body from Luna. That's smart work. Going to the body and the legs. That's what he needs. Bryce with some head movement here. Luna is powerful on the feet. Good 2 from Bryce and a kick to the body himself. Knee up the middle. Luna just whiffs on a right hand. Bryce moving in with some shots. Gets Luna to the cage. That's bad for Luna, dude. This is bad for Luna. He really shelled up on the feet there as Bryce was throwing. And now Bryce is shooting in. Got to watch the chokes. But he's got around the hips. This is going to be a pick up and dunk for Bryce if Luna's not adjusting. And he does, but... Bryce can still throw him to the side. Not quite. Knee to the body from Bryce Mitchell. Knee to the head. Knee to the body again. Knee to the body again from Bryce. Luna's got these underhooks though. Bryce needs to readjust. There you go. Good knees to the body from Bryce. And another one. Knee back from Luna. We are smudging him up against the cage, dude. This is some bedtime MMA classic fighting. Hooks the legs and takes down Santiago Luna. Yeah! Luna's on a single, though. He can turn this around. Bryce has got to readjust. Luna's going to end up on top here. Bryce rolling for a leg. Luna's now on top of Bryce Mitchell in round 2. Big move by Santiago Luna to hook the leg. Bryce gets his guard back. Foot on belly. And we'll see if Luna's busier here in this position. Little punch there from Bryce. Looking to work off bottom, and he does have a dangerous guard game. Looking for a triangle. Luna stands it up. Bryce stands back up. Right back on him, Bryce. Get them hands going. Front kick to the body from Mitchell. Body shot from Mitchell. Luna whiffs on the inside, coming in. Mitchell with another left hand. Left hand from Mitchell again. Just moving out the way of Luna's shots. Luna shoots into the clinch. Bryce takes advantage of it. Looks to take him down. Can't quite do it. Luna might jump it. No. Bryce is getting a hold of his legs. Luna shucking off the takedown here. Bryce, we can try and hook that leg and spin him. Go for an outside trip. Goes for a throw over. Gets around to the back. He's got Luna in a tricky position here. Now he can hook the leg. I'm in Bryce's head. Nasty outside trip from Bryce. And we're in half guard on top. Undefeated Brazilian who? Bryce on top. And he's been landing better on the feet this round as well. He just needs to work from this position and keep it till the end. Poor Luna overwhelmed. He is being overwhelmed here by Bryce, yeah. Bryce has got a lot of physicality in this division. A lot of physicality. And he's better on the feet than people give him credit for as well. Like, he's not... People think, oh, these grapplers, they're vulnerable on the feet. But Bryce still has hands on the feet. He can take mount here. He can pass. Luna's giving him a lot of opportunity to pass. It looks like Luna's wilting on the ground. There you go. Bryce passes into side control instead. Yeah, that guard was ready to be passed. And now he's looking for mount as well. And he's got it. Luna's wilting on the ground here a little bit to the pressure of Bryce Mitchell. He's starting to give up some dominant positions. And now Bryce is swinging with that left arm. Still got his foot on the inside, which means he's going to go back to half guard. Good job by Luna there. How'd you get in Bryce's car if you were in a wheelchair? I'm not in a wheelchair. Bonfim was to win. Would it be by KO? Probably by chinning Belal, to be honest. I doubt it, though. Bryce looking to pass into mount again. Knee on belly on Luna. This is a very uncomfortable position for Luna on the ground. Now they're in north-south. Bryce inside control. Knee the body, Bryce. Crowd him up on the ground. Pass over them legs. Luna trying to get some busy work off, but Bryce on top, punching back. Yeah, get them toes out of the cage, brother. Daggy Glazers, only we can fight like this. True. It's about time they watched it the other way around. We just did this to Said Nurmagomedov, and now we are going to do it to more. Elbow from Bryce on top. Punches from Bryce on top. Luna is definitely breaking based on his facial expressions here. Bryce stays on top to end the round. Should finish with some good strikes. Good elbow there at the end. Luna keeps a hold of his arm. And this round over. Let's go, Bryce! One more in the bank! Dude, Luna's body language does not look good getting up for the third. Let's see it. Bryce beats Ziam by... Dude, Bryce Loki does this to Marab. I'm telling you. Not the most exciting fight, dude, but we're here to win. And get our money for our farm, dude. That's what it's all about, chat. This gonna get us a couple more acres, brother. I'm telling you. We gonna have all the fishing rods we need. All the new bait, everything. 2 more acres on the farm. Insane Ilya subbed out Bryce. Thank you for the 2. It's true. Luna looks defeated. I know. Yeah, Ilya did. But Bryce was ill for that fight. A lot of people don't know that. He took that fight on short notice and he was ill. That was supposed to be Evloev versus Topuria. Bryce took it on short notice. Round 3 coming up. Let's put a statement on, Bryce. Resign that contract. We're going to support you no matter what because you're one of the boys. But let's see if we can get a statement, end this round and pick up a finish. Here we go. Oh, hang on. I'll reset. Round 3. Patience early, Bryce. See what he's got. He's swinging. Head kick from Bryce. Oh, teep to the body from Luna while he's on one leg. And he's swinging. Bryce shoots in. Pulls guard. Crafty move. Crafty move from Bryce. Heel him in the back, Bryce. And he's picking up his leg here. I'm going to see what he can work on. On bottom position. Luna's going to try and do some damage on top, but Bryce gets into half guard on bottom. Looks to get his guard back, and he does. That was a good sprawl initially from Santiago Luna, though. Bryce just trying to keep busy with his guard. Luna's got some good submissions in his own game. Early in his career, he finished all of them by sub. Now Bryce is getting back up. Luna could try and go dash choke. He looks like he's looking for it, and he's got a nasty squeeze, but Bryce is going to end up on top. Luna Santiago's looking for a dash choke here. We got to grit this one out, brother. It doesn't look like he's squeezing too much, but it is on the chin of Bryce. Bryce is rolling over. He's on top position here. I think he's going to be okay based on the angle, and Luna loses the choke. Let's go. Knee on belly. We attack after he squeezes like that. Now we're on top. Do something to him, Bryce. Beat him ass. Shoo! Teach him a damn lesson, Bryce. I was worried for a second. Luna's so gassed. Yeah, I know. Dude, Dagestanis get to do this to people. How about we get a turn just doing this shit, huh? Makhachev did this shit to JDM. Now what? We have a Dagestani of our own, brother, and he's from Arkansas, Tennessee. Push for the finish, Bryce. We got to do some damage here. Get some elbows off on top position. That first round's still kind of risky. We got to try and do some damage. It looks like he's trying to maybe position for an arm triangle. If he gets Luna's arm over the other side, if he can get his head to the outside of the arm, no. Luna gets his hands together. He's holding on bottom position here with his hands together. Come on, Bryce. Do some fucking damage on top. Halfway through the round. It is a boring fight so far. But he's still doing it for the boys. Tying up the legs. Luna looks to reverse. Doesn't get it. Bryce stays on top. Keep him down, brother. He's trying to take your chicken feed, Bryce. Don't have it. We just need a post-fight speech. Push for some damage, Bryce. Good punch to the head from Bryce Mitchell. Another one to the body and head. Posture up, Bryce. Let's do some elbows. Looks like he's trying to work towards an arm triangle on that side if he can get his head on the outside. Yeah, fighting for a contract, yeah, you might need to get a finish here. Because they do pay him quite a bit. Or he needs to have a generational post-fight speech. But they may not risk giving him a post-fight speech, you know? It's 3 rounds. And he is just holding him. They probably ain't giving him the mic. Half guard on bottom now for Luna Santiago. He gets his guard back. Bryce Mitchell still on top. Chat, next time I go to Arkansas, I'm gonna teach him a few things. Crafty ground and pound shots. Luna Santiago throwing his legs up here. Bryce back on the inside. Throwing some punches on top. Luna's trying to do some busy work. Looks for the arm. Doesn't get it. Bryce stacks over him. Now he's round to the back. Finish strong, Bryce. Face crank from Bryce Mitchell. He's under jaw. He's on the jaw. It's not a finishable one. It's a tight squeeze. But it's not quite under the chin. Bryce Mitchell in dominant position here looking for the choke. He doesn't have it. Land, Bryce. Land on him. Throw punches there with that free hand. There you go. Get some shots off on him. Over the top. Arm triangle position now for Bryce Mitchell. He's going around the side of Luna. He's going around the side. Luna's trying to back out of it, but this is a tight squeeze. Squeeze, brother! Yes! In the dying moments, with seconds to go, we're keeping our fucking contract. Let's go! That's what I'm fucking talking about, brother. We push for finishes. You see that shit, Hunter Campbell and Sean Shelby? Don't matter how long it takes, dude. We're going to push for a damn finish. Let's go! Let's go! The win wasn't enough, chat. We needed a statement there at the end. Great performance. Sloppy shit. Undefeated prospect from Brazil. But we grinded him out. We wet blanketed him. And then we got a submission, dude. There's a Dagestani down in Arkansas, dude. Grappling these motherfuckers up and subbing and making them tap. There you go. Steph Gutierrez, thank you for the 10. Your Bryce impressions, some of my favorite, brother. No problem, brother. The boys win again. I know, dude. Let's go. The boys and co are going fishing. Love hearing the Mexico chant silenced. Saved his job in the last 10 seconds. Great finish at the end, dude. He needed that finish. Last fight on his contract. There you go. New mythical fighter, Bryce after fishing with Guru. He's on it. I take no credit here. That's what I'm talking about. I'll go. He did it, dude. Let's fucking go. He actually got the finish at the end. You know why that's big, chat? Because it's an Instagram post. Yes or no? The finish is an Instagram post that people can like and show engagement with. We got to like the Instagram post. We're keeping Bryce in the UFC. Could it be a post-fight speech? It will be. Let's fucking go. I've seen enough. Give him Guru. Crafty bag of trick, boys and co. Cooked him to the bone. We cooked him to the fucking bone. Boys and co, we have a Dagestani. We do have one of our own. Gia's intervention. Let's go! I've got to get a tweet out, chat. Nice! Bryce pulls off the submission win with seconds to go in the third round. We are keeping our contract. Send them 2-3 years. And forget, brother. Yeah! Dude, I'm so... You know my mum's going to be happy about that. I'm being very honest. My mum is genuinely going to be happy about that because she likes Bryce Mitchell now. And she was genuinely stressed about his fight. She rang me. I was talking to her earlier on the phone and she was saying, I've seen he's fighting a undefeated guy and all of this. Here am I! Send me! Let's go, Bryce. This is the literal passage. This is... Let's go, Bryce. Yes, it can, Bryce. And we moved a mountain tonight. Getting it by finish. Dude, this is the verse that I told him about in the boat when we went fishing. That's my favorite verse. That's my favorite verse right there. Luna has some great grappling as well. To sub him is no easy task. He is a grappler first. Yeah, it was a closer fight, yeah. Yep. It was... Yep. Shout out to Santiago Luna, dude. He stepped up. Get him on the White House card. There's no room, unfortunately. But, dude, the McGregor pay-per-view. There you go, dude. Senora Good, my part of the boys. You are now, dude. Bryce just honored you in. Freedom! Let's go, Bryce! Sweet Home Alabama's playing in the Apex right now. Sweet Home Alabama. Lord, I'm coming home for you. Singing songs about the Southlands. You gonna learn about this country wrestling, boy? We gonna cook him to the bone, brother. Let's go! Luna, the same dude who said he would KO Alejandro out cold. Listen, dude, shout out to him for stepping up, but Bryce Mitchell ain't the guy you want to step up on short notice to, dude. He's a different machine in the bantamweight division, and we got the finish. We got the finish. Oh, yeah, that's my favorite saying, LeBron Guru. Dude, watch Fishing with Bryce. The statement that he said, the verse that he started with, who will go for us and whom will I send, was the one that I told him was my favorite verse in the boat. I don't know if he was paying homage to me, but shout out to Bryce Mitchell, dude. Jesus wins yet again. Why? All right, thank you for the 5. The boys and co send their regards. Shout out to Santiago Luna as well. I know you watch my videos, dude. You stepped up and you saved the Bryce Mitchell fight, man. Without Santiago Luna, we don't get to watch Bryce Mitchell on this fight card. That's the truth. Aljo and Marab said Bryce is good enough to be top 15 at bantamweight. I know. Because of his grappling, chat. It's because of his grappling. He can out-grapple a ton of great fighters. I remember Aljo and Marab saying that as well. The boys keep winning. They do. Why is it so hard for you to stream? Shut up, man. The mother flipping boys. The boys and co send their regards, dude. It's so wholesome to hear you share an interest with your mum and talk to each other about it. Appreciate your mum, fellas. Go call them. Thank you for the 5. True. That shit made me so happy. Oh, and Bryce, do you have anything else to say? Yeah, they give him all the mic time. Good. Can we get an interview after the win with Bryce? The UFC secret... Yeah, he got one. The UFC secretly loves Bryce. Maybe, dude. They can't deny him, dude. He keeps putting on... If he gets finishes, it makes up for it, you know? Boys and Chicano coalition inbound. We need to genuinely coalition with each other, dude. You're part of us anyway. Short notice undefeated gets defeated. This is new UFC cycle, maybe. Boys and co stock just went up like crazy. Impression of DDP not caring about Izzy. I don't care about your story. You here for the bank, big whoop. 24 months, that's 2 years, you mad fool. Thank you, Joseph. Impression of Ariel. God damn it! Ah! Ariel's response. Why are they trying to say Bryce has 4 pro losses? He only has 3. I know! One of them was on the Ultimate Fighter. I don't get that either. One of them was on the Ultimate Fighter. He only lost to Josh Emmett, Ilya Tapuria, and... I can't remember. One person before that, but... Yeah, I know. I don't know why they say he has 4 pro losses. He does only have 3. We won this fight. Bryce and Big H can't go fishing. Impression of Chandler adopting the winner of King McKinney. Watching Guru celebrate Bryce win is genuinely fun. Great stuff, dude. Because, dude, this is Bryce with a winner's paycheck, with a finishing bonus on top. Think of the acres we can get with this one, brother. We gonna get ourselves another cow. I know he's starting into his dairy farming. Let's go! People forget, man, a sick Bryce gave Ilya some pressure. He took Ilya down. How does a healthy Bryce do? If Bryce gets re-signed, they should do Bryce versus Rosas. What do you think? Yeah, sure. He'd probably beat Rosas Jr., honestly. He would. If Bryce had 5% YN fast twitch, he'd be champ. You stink. Thank you for the 3. We don't need no YN, because they have no champs. So why would it make him champ? Thank you for the membership. 64 months of membership. Alexander Doss. Thank you. Long time supporter, dude. Thank you. That's our brother from the swamp. Forgive me, father, for I'm about to sub him. I know, dude. Great work from Bryce Mitchell. Chat, let's all show love on Bryce's socials. Show love. Bryce landed in and dominantly controlled Ilya Tapuria in the first on a day's notice. I know. On a few days' notice. Thank you for the 5. In predictions, you called 3rd round late sub. I did! I literally called a 3rd round submission. I literally called a 3rd round submission, folks. Bryce said Viva Mexico. I know, because Luna Santiago is the border boy. Impression of Brandon Moreno, funnier the better. Man, I don't know, man. Bryce Mitchell made me boys and call, man. That was Bryce's way of saying he loves you, dude. Thank you for the 2. I know, good for him. Bryce 100% beats Cheeto and could pull off a close fight with the grappling. Glad you're back. He's not bad on the feet either, you know. I feel like the more time he gets on the feet in the cage, the better he's going to get, but... Bryce really isn't bad on the feet. Even against Ilya, he was landing some decent shots on him. Bryce heard Luna was working for Big Glyphosate. Okay, as closer we get into the White House card, I'm starting to switch to picking Garn. Same here for some reason, but I'm still going Pereira. I'm not switching. Guru plus Bryce interview incoming. God bless America, brother. Jesus is king. Bryce did it again. Let's go. Let's go. We got to finish. We are still in the UFC. We'll get a better contract. Also, Guru, if Cage Warriors asked you to do commentary at one of their events, would you consider it? To be paid to be a commentator? Yeah, I would. But I don't know if they want to be associated with me. So it's up to them if they want to ask. I would do it sometime in the future. That'd be cool. Bryce had a horrible weight cut, by the way. He thought he was going to fight Arman for the vacant belt. He was only told last week his fight was at 135. Thank you for the 5. I know, true. Bryce beats the fork out of Chihuahuas. The Doomed Forever send their congratulations to the boys and co. When was the last time you seen a guard pull work in MMA? Bryce Mitchell, dude. Bryce fucking Mitchell. People forget Bryce knocked down Edson Barboza. Bryce, he did drop Edson Barboza and dominate him more than Khabib did. Bryce is going to buy your farmland with his bonus. The boys are so back. Thank you for the 15 months. Bang up videos. Thank you, dude. Yeah, I'll try and stream more. Shout out to Mama Guru, fellow Bryce head. Yeah, my mum's actually going to be relieved when she wakes up and finds out that Bryce won. So, yeah, shout out to Mama Guru. Money like this could start the Jerusalem compound. Thank you for the 2. It could. Thank you for the $2. Bryce fucking Mitchell, brother. Yee! Do. Dude, Left Lane MMA is such a pussy, dude. I'd literally try raid him early on it. All he does is wait for me to tweet and go against it. He's such a bitch. I know you're in here as well. You're such a pussy. Money like this could start the Jerusalem compound. When Bryce mentioned God, what he really meant was a giant world swallowing entity, aka you, Piggy. Thank you for the 9 months. Appreciate you, man. Somebody make an edit! Chat, please. I'm not trying to ride the coattails of Bryce. Somebody make an edit where I'm telling Bryce, you know what my favorite line from the Bible is? And then it cuts into him on the mic in the post-fight speech into the finish. Come on! And it's my prediction that Bryce Mitchell's going to win by 3rd round submission. I could see an arm triangle. Come on, dude! We need to have edits going around. Thank you for the 5. I'm so happy about that, dude. Soft little Gaywick. Shut up about Hardwick. Bryce heard the voice of the Lord, push for a finish, brother, and gets it done. He does. He needed that finish as well. Arkansas strong, baby. The UFC socials did not disclose Bryce's win. No, they haven't done it yet, but they usually are delayed when they do it. They'll post it within the middle of the next fight. Do you think Tom will get stripped soon? No. Since Josh, if they were going to strip him, they would strip him for this event so they could have Undisputed at the White House. Josh got 10-7 and Bryce didn't. Did that mean that Bryce beats Josh Emmett? No. True, actually, maybe. Send 2 to 3 years Arkansas and forget. Send Hamzat 2 to 3 years Corona, California. Dagestan on the way out. America on the way in. Thank you for the 10, brother. Appreciate you. Thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. Bryce and Speakman. Thank you. Impression of Strickland and Bryce doing commentary with a bullhorn and then Metro Police and the Secret Service show up to crash the party. No impressions. Come on, man. Take him down, brother. We won Destiny 3. Thank you for the 6 months. Impression of Andy Aspinall exploring tunnels. Good that. Found him. Dirty mattress. Tough that. Guru, check out the Highland. I don't know what that means. It's how we Germanic warriors were converted to Christianity. Thank you for the $11, dude. Why can't Alex learn a few words of English? He does know English, but he just doesn't know it enough. People Forg, man, you called Brito and Bryce perfectly. I did. They posted his submission on Instagram. Go like the Instagram post from the UFC, folks. We got to show brother Bryce our support, brother. Yee! I haven't seen it on their Instagram still. It's not there. They haven't posted it. So I'll still wait for that. I think We the Wine Alliance, that name, we're not fairly related. Garn, Aljo Morales. Yeah, but no champs, mate. Thank you for the 2. We're at least at the top of B tier. I did put you at B tier. Eddie Hearn is like Darth Sidious corrupting Tom. True. Performance of the night, Bryce Mitchell. Any chance you see Max getting slept by McGregor? He's been dropped a few times now. He could do. I don't see it happening, though. I like when Whitefires win so I can feel accomplished even though I've achieved nothing athletically in my own life. True, dude. We're a part of the team. It's posted. I don't see it on their Instagram page. On the UFC Instagram, I can see Baranowski's post. Holy domination by Bryce, people are saying, but I don't see the... It's up, it's got 70k views. Is it a reel? Oh, they have posted a reel of it, yeah. Alright, let me get a comment. Let's go! I need to get a comment on this post. Fuck, it didn't let you do the flags. On the computer version of Instagram. There you go, I got a comment on there. I did my part, you know. Go like the post. Breathing hard. I know I breathe hard when I focus. Let's go, dude! We are Dagestani. Any chance you see Max getting slept? No. Fighters win. Already read it. We count Bryce tough loss, but we don't count fighter win from their tough fights. I know, it's bullshit. Even his Pancras fights. Yeah, his tournament fights are crazy. Bigfoot out there somewhere throwing big rocks for Bryce. Okay. Christmas tree in June. It represents my hope with life. We liked the comment. Thank you, dude. Appreciate that. Yes. Let's go, Bryce, dude. It could have been so bad. It could have been so bad, you know. There could have been a loss. You never know sometimes, dude. We kept our job. Iwo's the prototypical Slav, don't steal from us. We're all the same anyway. I just had to split it up to be fair to the other groups on the list. Thank you for the 2. The YN Alliance aren't going to nitpick a guy from Senegal versus a guy from the Congo. Even though they're further away than the UK and Poland are. You know what I'm saying? I just made it to be fair. Because we need to split us up, otherwise we dominate. Imagine Garn and Benoit Saint-Denis win and France wins the World Cup. Thank you for the 2. Don't think we forgot, buddy. Lazy piece of shit. I don't know what that's in reference to. It could be anything at this point. Bryce fucking Mitchell, dude. Let's go! You know why let's go, chat? Because now they can't deny us big fights. We are renegotiating our contract, and we are getting a big name at bantamweight, dude. The next round of omelets is on me, gentlemen. Thank you for the 2. Let's go, dude. Raw milk is the best base for MMA. It is. Steak and okra, dude. That's what it's all about. This Asian announcer guy isn't that bad, to be fair. Damn, they're announcing it already. Is it over for the USO blobs? No. I'm not going to lie, the French have some serious killers in the UFC. Not ashamed we're above the boys and co, but we're definitely better than the Slavs. I did put you above them. What are you crying about? I literally did put you above them. Another Jackson athlete that has trains in the garage with Dillashaw and Hamzat. They have to cope 4 in Santiago Luna. That's not the Santi I know. Thank you for the 5. Okay, fair enough. Is he a Jackson guy? Santiago Luna's Jerusalem affiliated, chat. Let's not put him down too hard. Sorry, no way Bryce is re-signed. He is, dude. He got a finish. Look at the amount of likes his post is going to get. Fucking go and like the Instagram post of Bryce Mitchell fucking now. Okay? Or else you'll have me to answer to, chat, alright? Alright, Ziam versus Tom Nolan. This is a fucking sick fight. Do you think any media members will ask Conor about the weight picture? Maybe. Maybe they will. I wonder if the UFC will tell him not to ask certain questions, though, you know. This is a sick fight, dude. They are really tall for lightweight. Round 1. Nolan's not a 6'3". They're both 6'1" or something like that. Nolan is a big dude, though, to be fair. Jesus. Look at him. But Ziam looks just as tall. Inside low kick from Nolan. You're getting skipped, man. The fights are on. 18 pounds after drinking. Thank you for the 5. Imagine raging because Guru put you low on the race tier list. Thank you for the 2. 5, sorry. Which race is Piotr Jan? He's a Slav, itchy Slav / Caucasus guy. Kick to the arms for... Oh, big body kick from Nolan on Ziam. But Ziam's going to grapple, dude. And this is where his advantage is. He does have some great grappling and chokes. He's improved upon it since his debut. Nolan trying to stand up, but may end up with Ziam on his back. 2-on-1 wrist control. Slides out. He's going to try and walk to the cage, but he's got to watch the seatbelt grip. Flat palm against the cage there. Stands up. He's back to his feet. Watch the elbows. There it is. Big elbow from Ziam. Nolan tries to spin him one back. Nolan doing okay on the feet so far. Stomps the lead leg. Good low kick from Ziam. Good body kick from Nolan. Ziam stings him with a punch. Ziam grows into fights, you know. Once round 2 comes around, he looks extra confident in fights. So this is Nolan's shot. Oh, gets the back from that punch. Slams Ziam down to the ground. Lands some good punches. Ziam gives up his back, or turns to his front. Now he's on bottom position. Good elbow from Nolan. And Ziam's on bottom in round 1. Great performance by Nolan so far, dude. Better than I expected. He's using his wild card factor to get some great positions early. Elbow to the body from Nolan. Punch to the head. Guard back for Ziam. But he's triangled his own legs. So this gives Nolan a sort of free range to kind of throw away here. Ain't no surprise submission going to happen if you know he's got a triangled legs behind you, you know. Looks for the elbow there. Now he's back to full guard. Elbow from Nolan on top. Ziam gets held down again. Nolan cramps him up against the cage. Lands a punch there. Lands a good shot there, and now he's round to the back. Not quite. Ziam goes back to his back there again. Or his front. Whatever that calling that is. Nolan to the front headlock position here. Hooks out the leg of Ziam. Trying to hold him in this position. And he is doing it so far, but he can't knee the face because Ziam's on his knee. So it's kind of a tough position to get any damage off from. Might wait for him to stand. Now he's going to go to a cradle position. Scoot round to the back, sorry. Maybe kick out that leg. Pick up. Dude, he's strong, Tom Nolan. Good slam from Tom Nolan again. And he landed a couple good shots there. Now Ziam's urgent to get back up. Nolan loses position looking for a dash choke. Toes in the cage, ref. Not to snitch on a member of the Boys & Co, but toes in the cage. Nolan now on bottom position. Elbow in the body of Ziam from bottom. He's getting crafty out there, dude. Bag of tricks from the Nolan, but he did put him in a bad spot. Gets to his knees. Tucks up. Has to watch the back take here. Ziam has no hooks in so far. Nolan's going to have to stand, and he does with 2-on-1. He got the 2-on-1. That's big. Somebody's bleeding as well. Probably Ziam out of his mouth. By the looks of things. Ziam knees the thigh. Nolan still with this 2-on-1. Has to watch the elbows on the break. Or throw his own. Ziam with a body lock. Knees the thigh. Elbow from Nolan there behind. Scoots around. Could get taken down. So goes back here. Ziam's looking to lift him. Nolan's got 2-on-1 though. So he's hard to lift, and he stays upright, and they're back on the feet. Nolan looking to get back to work. Misses a spinning kick. Ziam whiffs. Gets body locked. Couple whiffed punches there from Ziam. Nolan took in a leg. This is Nolan's first round, 10-9. Ziam does grow into fights, but so far, it's a Nolan round. First round, 10-9. Nolan, dude, big round, dude. 2 huge 155ers. They look like welterweights. And tall welterweights as well. Great first round from Nolan, but he had to do so much effort to get that with the slams and the moves. A lot of dynamic kicks on the feet, so we could see a momentum shift here. But if Nolan gets right back to what he was doing, then I don't know. I don't know what list Ziam is in. He's like North African. I think he's Algerian or some shit. They're not really a present in the game enough to include. 1-0 Nolan. But it feels a bit of momentum shifty. Just on the vibe. We'll see if Nolan can keep up that energy in round 2 and 3. Or if he finds a finish. You never know. Round 2 coming up. Nolan all confident. John Jones pose. Round 2. Looking for his kicks early. Hesitating on a few of them. Inside low kick from Nolan. Another kick from Ziam back. And a good 2 from Ziam. Good knee back from Nolan though. He fires right back and gets respect. That hit the arms of Ziam, but it got him to stop unloading there. Looked like Ziam wanted to pursue that punch. But that was a good shot from Ziam. Stomps the leg. Good right hand from Ziam again. He's getting his timing down on that right. Nolan shoots a great takedown, but Ziam's got his arms above his ass here, so he can start to defend this against a cage, and he does. It was a good entry from Nolan, but you got to scoop straight away there on Ziam if you want it. Ziam tries to throw him. Nolan's looking to pick him up and dunk him, but he's going to end up on bottom if he's not careful, and they're back up. Good knee to the body from Nolan. But that was a big strength move for him to try and get that takedown again. Why did they say Nolan weathers the early storm on Twitter? Who the fuck is talking about that? Knee to the body from Ziam. What early storm was there in the first round for Nolan to weather? The fuck? He took him down straight away. Ziam hooks the leg. Doesn't get it. Nolan with a knee to the body himself, and now he's back in the clinch. Looking to do his own work. Shoots down. Great double leg. But Ziam's so hard to get control of, dude. He's so skinny. You know? There's nothing to, like, get caught on. Normally you would get caught on a guy's ass, pause, and you'd be able to scoop that takedown up. But Ziam's literally skin and bone. So your arms just slide right up his worm body. You know? Knee to the body from Nolan. Another knee to the body. Spinning elbow from Ziam. But he goes down from something. Maybe a knee to the body. Nolan's got the side position here. And he's scooting round to the back. But Ziam's holding on. Now Nolan's on top in half guard. Nolan's having a great performance here. Maybe Ziam got hurt to the body. Maybe he took a funny step. We'd have to see a replay. But something put Ziam down there. And Nolan's on top in half guard. Let's see it. They're going to show a replay here. Knee to the... Oh, it was a knee to the body. The second one he threw. Nah, he took a funny step. Ziam took a funny step. But he definitely didn't like those knees to the body. I don't think he was badly hurt to the body, though. But the worm body did cost him. He took a couple knees to the body and then took a weird step afterwards. And then just... He did look like he was kind of defeated on the ground, though. When he first went down there. And now Nolan's pressuring on top. Ziam trying to throw his legs up. Good elbows from Nolan on top there. Great work. And he's pushing Ziam. Ziam's going to try and get a Kimura grip here, but Nolan's just going to posture up. Ziam's cranking on this Kimura grip. It is a tight squeeze. But Nolan just has to keep his head up high and get straight back on top. Great work from Nolan again, dude. And that's a bit of a squeeze from Ziam. And now Nolan's stacking over the top and punching him in the face. Good elbow from Nolan. And again... Ziam back to his knees. Normally you'd get caught on a man's ass. No, that's the double leg, though. That's literally what it is. You get caught on their hips and their ass. And you scoop him up. But Ziam's worm body made him harder to take down there. Nolan standing on the toes of Ziam. And now Ziam back to his feet. But he's going to have some big moments here to end round 2 if he wants this round for himself. And Nolan knows it. Look, he's holding on tight here. Ziam looks at the clock. Nolan shoots in again. Let's not get reversed. Good knee to the body from Nolan. Ziam shoots down for his own takedown. Can't get it. But he's hooked a leg. Now he's going to try and lift. But Nolan keeps his arm in a good position. Ziam tries to trip out the rear leg, but can't quite get it. And they're back on against the cage on the feet. Good defense from Nolan there. And he turns around the clinch. Ziam's still looking at the clock. Nolan just needs to hold this position. He shouldn't go for another big one. Knee to the body from Nolan again. Knee to the body again. Got to watch off the break. Good knee up the middle. Ziam whiffs on a few shots. Tries to finish strong, but whiffs. Round 3 coming up. 2-0 Nolan. Easy to score so far. Nolan over Salkil. Dude, the Aussies have got a couple fucking dogs, dude. Nolan's had some big improvements here. He's looking better against Ziam than he has against a few others that are a lot worse than Ziam. 2-0 Nolan. Very clear. And it looked like he had momentum. Like he's doing better on the feet. Ziam was starting to find his right hand early in the round, but as soon as those knees to the body landed and he slipped, it changed momentum the other way around for Nolan. He's just got to keep up that pace. And Ziam needs a finish to win. Let's ouge, Nolan. Let's ouge, lad. Don't touch. Come on, Edler. You swallowed. For Ziam's a fraud, people forget. Don't jinx it. Nolan a problem. Let's see what happens in the third, though. A lot of high pressure moments, a lot of high strength moments here in the first 2 rounds. Big lifts that are failing. Let's see how they can limit test their cardio here. Round 3. Ziam was getting his hands going early in the second. Nolan's throwing more kicks. Some good knees. There's the stomp immediately from Nolan. Wait for Ziam to start getting that straight right hand going a bit more. Nolan again with these kicks. Question mark misses. Stomps the leg. He's got Nolan up against the cage. This is where Nolan's been in trouble before. Kick to the body from Nolan. Spinning attack gives him space. Ziam looking to pressure. If you're Nolan, you should kind of shoot. Good knee from Nolan to the body. And he's on the hips again. But Ziam stays standing. And Nolan gets him to the cage. Big knee to the body from Nolan. Ziam still stuffed the takedown though, so he's definitely not hurt. But that was a massive knee that he lunged in with there. And now he's got Ziam up against the cage again. And all of this is time to burn out the clock and get this win. Ziam needs to make something happen big time. Nolan's trying to throw him down. Knee to the body from Ziam. Gets the underhook on Nolan. Nolan knees the body, but Ziam turns the body lock around. Now he's going to hoist for this single leg dunk again, and he does. Elbow from Nolan, but now he's on bottom. Elbows from Nolan on bottom position. But that's a good moment from Ziam. We'll see if he's got a better top game than Nolan and can pass this guard. I'd like to thank you for getting Lucas Tracy to come out as a gay man. Alright, thank you for the 5. He's not gay. Full guard on bottom for... Full guard on top for Ziam. Looking to get some busy work done. Let's see if he can posture and land some elbows. It's the tall man's advantage. Can't quite do it. Nolan gets his guard back, but Ziam turns him away from the cage. Crafty move. But without a 10-8, this is a Nolan win. Got a lot of time left on the clock, though. Shots to the body from Ziam. Elbow from Nolan on bottom. Up kick from Nolan. And he gets to his knees. Has to watch the back take. Maybe hook Ziam's leg. And he does. He hooks the leg and rolls. Not all the way. Ziam ties him up. And now Ziam's going to be in mount nearly. Nolan's got to watch himself here and roll back the other way. And he does. There you go. But watch his back take. Ziam's on the back in round 3. Nolan needs to get his hips off to the side. Keep wrist control on Ziam. And keep his head off to the side of Ziam here. And win the 50-50. Ziam keeps on top. Nolan shrimps up and gets to his knees again. And Ziam falls off. Nolan on top again, dude. Huge. 50-50 scramble from Nolan. And Ziam looks over to his corner with a look. That was his moment there, Ziam. And he fumbled it. And now Nolan's back on top. Great hustle from Nolan, dude. He's really upped his game for this performance. Huge level up from him in this fight. Big elbow on top for Nolan and good punches. And he's on the body lock against the cage. Hooks the leg. Ziam gets back to his feet, but Nolan's got 1:33 until he's announced the winner. Knee to the side there from Nolan. He's looking to get his own throw on Ziam. Ziam stops it though. He is good. But he's just been out-hustled and out-dogged by a member of the Boys & Co. The Boys & Co. send their regards. Anything could happen, chap. Knee to the body from Nolan again. Ziam looks to hoist again, dude. He is strong as fuck, isn't he, from that position? That hoist. High crotch. Nasty stuff. And he's on top here with a minute to go. He's got to find a finish. Knee on the inside from Nolan. Splits the hands of Ziam. Tucks up. Needs to get wrist control, and he does. Shrimps to his knees again, dude. Tough for Ziam. He needs to get a back take or something here. Or land something on the break. He's done it before against Matt Fravola with that knee. It's going to be his last hurrah. Nolan's got to watch when he circles round, but he's trying to hit a switch on Ziam. Needs to tuck up safe when he gets to his feet here. Ziam's going to go for one last move as Nolan gets back to his feet, you would imagine. Elbow to forearms, dude. Too little, too late, but a crafty move from Tom Nolan, dude. Emptying his bag of tricks. 2-on-1 from Nolan. Back up to his feet, to his knees. Now he's going to be able to stand. Ziam with an elbow to the back of the head. Nolan spinning elbows back. Dirty move from Ziam. Dirty little worm freak. 3-2-1. 2-1 from Tom Nolan. A generational performance. The Boys & Co. send their regards, dude. Wow. Nolan has noticeably The Boys & Co. send their regards. That's going to be like my calling card from now on Twitter, chat. Ziam should have stayed on his feet the last minute. Yeah. But you know, he has got a grappling game, so. Belal by gatekeep decision and everyone forgets to fight. True, that's the classic Belal way. Nolan came in shape with a great game plan. I know, dude, the knees to the body were good, especially because he's got a worm body. You know, you got to target that. You got to target the worm body. For 29-28. There we go. Change the and to an and sign and we're in. Love from fuck you. Let's make a Nolan versus Quill and Salkilled feud. Let's make up drama, yeah. Frenchman exposed. Great fight. Had a feeling the fraud check was coming. Dude, I've been hyping up Ziam for a long time, but without the height advantage, dude, Nolan had that more dog in him. Just that little bit more dog in him, dude. Decision farmed by the white man. The boys stay winning. We will be S tier within 2 years. I know, dude. We're actually going to be S tier soon. The Boys & Co. send their regards. They do. Thank you for the 28 months. Another win for the Boys & Co. Thank you for the €2, dude. The Boys & Co. send their regards. Not robbed at all, dude. Clear first 2 rounds for Nolan. poisoned. Poopy Pants Nolan, dude. New nickname unlocked, dude. Generational new fighter unlocked. Poopy Pants Nolan is unlocked. He nearly shit his pants in the cage. Baby food Nolan eating applesauce before the fight that the UFC gave him. Tough, but great performance though. Yeah! Top 15 for Nolan, dude. Great win. I doubted him here as well. I thought Ziam would eventually break him in the later rounds. And he was doing better as it went on, but just not enough, dude. Nolan had more dog in him. YouTube suppressing the views on the race vid? Maybe. I mean, it did get restricted, but it's still got a crazy amount of views. Nearly got 400k. Yeah. Did he call someone out? The best thing about being Australian, American, Brazilian, or English is you don't have to desperately cling to 3 fighters from your country. I know there's a fucking plethora of prospects to root for. In all honesty, that is a huge win for the boys. It is, dude, it is. Because Ziam's one of them types of them. Gets all wokey with it about the French situation. I remember that going on. Heard that the reason for your absence was because Tom left you palms up. Saying Tom Fury was his dad. Yeah, he did. Yeah, he left me. I was left palms up for a while. Funny how Americans complain about immigrants being in a country even when immigrants done more for the country than they have in 200 years. Thank you for the $5, dude. Yeah, but those immigrants were European. The boys and co. There's different types of immigrants, dude, and if you don't understand that, then you're a retard. Impression of Nate watching from home. Told you, the fucking applesauce. I know, it hurt my tummy. It's tough. It's tough. Breaking. Tom Diaz Army Nolan. Yeah, we nearly shit ourselves in the cage. I work Apex Security. Ziam shit himself in round. Should I make up that Ziam shit himself? No. Yeah, I'll do some member streams, sorry. Breaking for Ziam has retired to chase his true passion of selling cheap trinkets of the Eiffel Tower and littering. Okay. Nate Diaz. Hold up. This guy is a fucking applesauce. I had the same thing. Nolan's hair's thinner than TJ. It's 125. Thoughts Hockett banned. Press conference. UFC soft. I don't know. Thank you for the 2. He's not banned from the press conference, dude. Diaz eating applesauce. My tummy. I'm gonna poopy. Hold up. The fucking toilet paper. You want to roll, Guru? Been loving the content. Thank you, dude. I'm gonna keep up the streams a bit more this week for sure. Eddie Hearn needs to be careful. Well, I know he does. I might make a video on that tomorrow. Thank you for the 2. Tom Nolan. Easy money. You don't look like more like a Guppreet. Thank you for the 3. Non-seething. Tom Aspinall won't fight again. He will! Stop wishing that Aspinall doesn't fight again, dude. He's going to be back better than ever, I'm telling you. And for Tom Aspinall's comeback fight, I will be training with him. Yes or no in chat? The invitation's open. I just got to find the right time to do it. But when we hear the fucking battle horn commence, I will join Tom Aspinall. I'm actually going to give him some crafty tips. What is the scoop on the left lane? He backstabs you? No, he always just waits for me to tweet if there's something disagreeable that I can say, and he just hops in there straight away. He's sitting in the stream right now, probably. I used to raid him back in the day, but then he just turned into a hate farmer on Twitter instead of being anything in the MMA community. With Weili Song, can we agree China leads Asia MMA? Yeah, there's like fucking 2 billion of them, dude. What the fuck are you talking about? Korea over China all day, every day. Tom called out Moy Kant. There's like 50 million Koreans. I've been watching Korean, chat, why do Koreans love their fucking zombie films and shit? You know? Koreans love their zombie shit, dude. I've been looking at zombie films and shit. And it's all in Korean. It's all Asian. They love the idea of societal collapse. It's crazy. It's like a fetish of theirs. Korean zombie films are great, bro. They're decent. I watched Hashtag Alive. I thought that was a decent film. But they're too... Koreans are too, like... They're not as good with the serious shit other than Train to Busan. Yeah, there's nothing good on Netflix. I've been watching shit recently, and it's all just fucking goy slop. I swear to God, dude. I get 10 minutes into something, and I think, goy slop, and turn it off. You on a roll, Guru. Been loving the content. Thank you. Tom called out Moicano. That's a good call out. I don't know if he's ready for Moicano, though, chat. Yes or no? He could be dynamic enough to find a finish, but if he doesn't get the finish early... It's a crafty call out, but if he doesn't get the finish early, I feel like he could be in some trouble in them grappling positions, you know? Thank you, Rodrigo Cisneros. Impression of Gaethje getting tapped out by the wall. Yeah, I kissed you and everything now. He called out Moicano. Nolan could catch Moicano right now out of his prime. Maybe. If I was going to fight Moicano, I'd be like, oh, I'm injured my foot, though. I'll be ready in November, December. Just draw it out as long as you can. Thoughts on UFC removing Hockett? They didn't. When are you English going to take back your country? I don't know. England's kind of lost all hope. We're too retarded and gay. As an American UFC fan, should I be more excited as a UFC fan for next weekend or more embarrassed that my government thinks a cage fight is a pressing issue? I don't know. Thank you for the 5. More excited as a UFC fan for the next weekend or more embarrassed that my government thinks a cage fight is a pressing issue? Yeah, more excited, I guess. Why would you... I know it's embarrassing, but, like, just shut up being a slop fucking responder to politics in some ways. Just watch the UFC White House card, man. Like, I really don't give a fuck. I know maybe an American would feel differently, chat, but is there any Americans in chat that are just going to be like, it's just another UFC card, but it's stacked as fuck? I really don't care if they put on a White House event. Sure, you can make a political take about it. That's correct. But in reality, we're all watching, dude. We're all watching. It's a stacked UFC card and it's going to be in a cool arena. You know? You can make your political take about it and be correct. And, you know, even... I know Bryce Mitchell's going to be tuning in. You know, and he even said that, you know. He's looking forward to the card. But it's just you can have a political take on it. But don't let it make you not watch it. Like, what the fuck? It's Topuria, Gaethje, Pereira, Garno, Mali, Zahabi, fucking Lopez, Garcia, and somehow Bo Nickel. Thank you for the 2. If Ilya KO's Gaethje, and that's 3 of the past 3 BMF holders, UFC should just crown him with that belt as well. They should. Yeah, Holloway literally didn't put it on the line against him. That's why he doesn't have it, so that's bullshit. Nolan only tries to be a real poop gangster, but Nate always leaves it out all on the stall. That's true, yeah. Nate does leave it all on the stall. Have you watched the first season of Dexter? Yeah, I watched Dexter back in the day, but I haven't... Yeah, I've watched it back in the day. But I haven't seen more than the first season. Koreans love zombie films because their work/personal lives suck, so their only escape from the rat race is an apocalyptic situation. True. Thank you for the 5. And something I always notice about the Korean zombie films as a difference is the government's always, like, really helpful. And the military's always doing the right thing. You know? Whereas in our fucking zombie films, is the military have turned their back on. They're gunning down civilians, you know? For the White House card, I've got Topuria, Alex O'Malley, Hockett by Saab, Huffy, Dorcas, and Lopez. I think people are still overhyping Bo. They could be. Hope all is well with you, Goo. Thank you for the 12 months of membership, dude. Wife and I were praying for you last week. Yeah, I was palms up, but I'm up now. What's with the most English accent? Probably the posh London spoken accent. Also, is it true you guys listen to Ed Sheeran? No. Thank you for the 5. Maybe like 30-something-year-olds. K-pop society sucks, of course. They want it to collapse. Same reason Japan loves stories about going to another world. Yeah. Got free tickets to both days to Fan Fest in DC next weekend. Thank you, Uncle Dana. I'm liberal, but I'm still going. Who cares? True. Thank you for the $5. As an American, I don't care about the politics of the White House card. This is literally 10 out of 10 card. Every fight could be a finish. Huge names. Thank you for the 5. Yeah, there's 6 fights on all the fights. There's 6 fights on the card. All of the fights are good. FanFest DC next week. Nice. Liberal but still going. Yeah. I just don't like that it's Sunday night. That is tough, but you know. Be political, but don't be soy, for fuck's sake. True. Bro, you turn everything MMA racial or political? Yeah, it's funny, though. I'm not going to not watch MMA because of it, though. Thank you for the 2, you know what I mean? I'm not going to be embarrassed to watch. I'm still going to enjoy the card. As an American, I truly don't give a fuck about the political takes. The card is absolutely stacked. Ain't nothing stopping me from watching. True. Volkis from Macedonia, ex-Yugoslavia, South Slav. Alright. Thank you for the 2. Just casually naming every other than Dorcas. Yeah. I forgot Hockett Lewis, to be fair. This guy I'm really tricky for Poetan. He is. But I don't think he's got the finishing potential to put him away. I've missed you. Thank you for the 13 months. Ziam versus Jordan or McGee, maybe? No. Because they're in bantamweight and Ziam is a fucking lightweight. Thank you for the 2. The boys in co don't claim brain dead Allen. They don't. But if he wins, we will. What's Nolan's ceiling? Didn't watch the fight. He can be a crafty contender. He's tall enough to be a threat. If his chin holds up. He's tall enough to be a threat in that division for sure. It depends on the matchups, though. Left lane is a hideous. I don't think he'll beat Arman. Like a grappler that can smudge him, you know. Left lane's hideous. I don't care. Guru, thanks for the good content. 16 months is a long fucking time. A lot has happened. Bad and great. Isn't life crazy? It is. Thank you for the 16 months of membership, dude. It is a long time. I appreciate you. H. Kane. Grateful to have you back, brother. Thank you. Why is Alan repping Brazil? Because he's a soy boy. Brendan competing with Ian for the biggest Brazil simp. Has anyone IRL told you your accent is fading a bit? Not really. I speak a little differently IRL for some reason. Got to give it to you, Guru. I remember you've been high on Ziam since 309 when you matchmaked him with Chandler. He's really good. Ziam could beat Chandler still, but yeah, this was a tricky fight for him, frame-wise. But if he's taller than someone, he can use his knees and his uppercuts and elbows and shit in the clinch, then it's different. But yeah, you got a frame merchant exposed. Thank you for the 2, Tyler Lacasse. Because different commissions can allow different rules, what do you think the UFC Tokyo allowed stomps and soccer kicks? Then I'd want to be there every single fight. Definitely. Since you dropped a GOAT's tier list, I'll allow you to miss that China card. Run things by me next time, I will. Next time you miss a card, I'll leave you palms up. There's no cards worthy of missing these days, so there's some good ones coming up. About time. Thank you for the 30 months. Breshna Jones hiding with Hasbulla under the 250 stage. Just stay here with me, real close. What will hurt you more, Garn or Guichi winning? Garn, probably. I hate Cyril Garn, but then at least Tom will get his hands on him. You know? For the rematch. Can you sing the Chris Dorcas song next week? Yeah, maybe. Mr. Bryce fight is our boy on the rise now. Yeah, dude, he's in there at bantamweight, dude. He's a problem. I'm telling you, he's a fucking problem at bantamweight. I'll be kicking out Allberg's leg next week at the UFC Fan Fest to get our back for Yuri. Thank you. $200 on Belal and Allen by decision. Also $2 Australian in the top 15. 2 Australians in the top 15, yeah. Yeah, dude, they're doing their thing at lightweight. Did Allen get dropped on his head as a kid? Probably. Ironic the Freedom card censured Sean. Freedom to criticize everyone but them. Allen was removed himself from the Boys & Co. We no longer recognize his membership. Ali, all in on Shahbazyan. But he's Armenian. Your cousin fighting Pettis, what do you think? Yeah, dude, my cousin's fighting Sergio Pettis. Shout out to Lewis McGrillen, dude. He's going to get it done. Slime out KO, I sense it. Justin wins, by the way. I don't think so. Crazy 18 months, better with you here, Goo. For the big 250, would you support bringing the UK abroad as states 51, 354? No, I wouldn't want us to be under US occupation because that's not under US occupation, it's under Israeli occupation, which we already are, but it would just mean nothing. If only Gamrot didn't lose to Dan and Dariush. Hold up, I'm pooing. Hold up, I'm doing a poo. Who has the best chance besides DDP to beat Strickland now? Brazilian Brendan, Imavov, Kaya Braujo? Imavov's got a crafty chance. He nearly did it the first time, even though Strickland was a bit out of shape. But I could see Strickland maybe overlooking him a bit, you know, not being as tense going in. So it'd be a Imavov or Duplessis. I don't think Brendan Allen does it. I don't think Braujo looks shit in his last fight. The Biden admin had literal top list T-person at the White House on Easter and people are complaining about the UFC event. I know. But it's not politics when they do it. That's just literally the double-edged sword and the hypocrisy of every political party. Tokos in the back. Look like baby Allen is trying to rip out Edmund's stomach. A baby alien. True. He's got inverted ribs. Can't wait for a first round excitement followed by 10 minutes of goofy fumbling. Yeah, there will be some goofy fumbling if this makes it past the first round. If Garn loses, they'll strip Tom so he can rematch Alex. Oi, Guru, this little waste Ute tuck shop today hasn't apologised for what he said to me. What's keeping him? I don't know. Tuko Tokos is acting out of fucking character, mate. Yeah, Chandler say he was supposed to be given a top 5 opponent. I have no idea why they're trying to give him a boost. But it's because he embarrasses us publicly with his way of life. That's why, and you know it is. Alan by Brazil Glaze and yelling Allahu Akbar. I just watched Michael spar Strickland and I saw him throw head kicks and spinning back kicks. I went, who are you and what have you done with our Strickland Pookie Bear? Nice. Mikel Pehe, yeah, he was going crazy. Gaethje may have Massad on his side with a swarm of Nat drones. Bedtime picked tougher, by the way. Did he pick Nolan? I can imagine him picking Nolan on the Australia bias. I wonder. The tougher underdog is crafty, though. I will admit, it was kind of a crafty underdog take because we really don't know yet with Baranowski, you know, and it is like a clobbering time fight. Strickland going off on Allen for not representing America. This fucking pussy is a fucking clown. He turned his back on fucking America. What a fucking bitch. Why is he representing Brazil? I don't get why fighters do this. Hey Guru, let's hit the Bowflex sometime. Thank you for the $3 Australian. Yellow shorts and everything. If Brennan slams out Shahbazyan and has a good call out for Strickland along with their beef, that could be a good next fight. Yeah, but he lost to a Mavov though. So, I don't know if that should happen. I like the sneaky way you mentioned Gable's little loophole. I know, dude. Just to fucking get him in check, you know what I'm saying? He was being a little bit too yappy. Might break it down tomorrow. Thank you for the 8, and then I'll do the White House card predictions after. The day after or something. Or maybe Tuesday. I don't know. Might be a better time for it. Edmund by reverse ribcage Maxim. Thank you for the 2. Here we go. Round 1. Shahbazyan versus Allen. Shahbazyan's going to be dangerous early unless he gets an immediate takedown flop. Round 1. These two must have crossed paths in the gym before. Good low kick from Allen. Big moment for Shahbazyan to right some of his fumbles on the way up in the rankings before. Jab to the body from Brendan Allen. I need a drink. Good jab from Edmund, by the way. Solid jab. As Allen went for that 1-1-2. Allen is quite clunky on the feet and he does have short arms. Can put him in trouble sometimes. Edmund looking a little too calm there. He could have capitalized on Allen turning his back there, but he just kind of watched him. Look at Edmund's complexion, dude. One of the boys. Jab from Edmund. Allen shakes it off though, so maybe it just fell short. Edmund, yeah, too composed, dude. He needs to start letting go a bit. I know that's been his problem before, but he just got stung by a shot by Allen there, and Allen's starting to get his mojo on. Edmund needs to let go some combos. Never noticed Edmund's ribs. He's always had inverted ribs, casuals. It's like DC, but DC's so fat you can't see him. Ooh, both guys land there. But Allen's getting confident going forward with his hands. Edmund goes to the body. Allen lands back to the head. Allen's really getting his mojo on here, you know. He's got some momentum going into this fight. He's feeling his stand-up here early. Edmund not throwing any kicks. Allen's throwing spinning back kicks, you know. He's really getting crafty with it. Low kick checked, and he points at it. Yeah, Allen's really feeling it this fight. Starting real cocky. Jab there from Brendan Allen. He's never really had much power in his hands. He does have some finishes by TKO, but it is a rare one. I think he put away Tavares by that combo up against the cage. Edmund yet to have much success, other than a couple tapping shots. Misses that low kick. He's too slow. He's not switched on enough here, Edmund. He's really fumbling in the lights again. Good jab from Edmund Shahbazyan. Brendan jabs back. Catches him with it back. Good 2 from Alan. Shahbazyan keeps his composure. He's just focusing on looking calm and not getting overexcited, it seems. He needs to start making some shit happen. Throwing some combos. Now Alan's going to shoot. Edmund stuffs it and lands a good knee to the body. No impression right now. The fight's on, you fat boy. Underhook from Shahbaz. He's got some good knees to the body here, Edmund. We'll see if Alan goes to him first. He turns around the clinch and back to his feet. It's a good sign for him. Now he needs to start getting off on the feet. Alan up so far with a minute and a bit to go. Good right hook from Edmund there. Nasty right hook spun Alan's jaw. Alan went in with a jab. Good 2 from Edmund as well. Alan swings back but misses, and Edmund stings him with a couple jabs. Edmund's starting to let his hands go a bit here. Shoots in again, does Brendan, but Edmund stuffs it. Doesn't throw the knee. Holds back, but he gets to center of the cage. Let's see what he does. Low kick from Edmund Shahbazyan. Good jab from Edmund. Good 2-3 from Edmund on the chin of Brendan. Stinging shots. Fast hands. Alan's got to make it out this round. Good low kicks from Brendan Allen. Edmund circles out. Could still be an Allen round, but Edmund's had a few good moments in this last minute. Spinning kick hits the shoulder of Edmund there from Brendan. Didn't look like he put much stank on it though, just kind of flopped his leg out there. Allen tried to hit an angle. You ain't Wonder Boy, little bro. Jump knee misses. Edmund stings him back. Good knee from... Oh, good shot from Edmund at the end. Good first round. I got Brendan, but Edmund had some great moments towards the end. Very close round, to be honest with you. Could have took the round. He could have took the round. He might have done on damage, dude, on the damage of Brendan's face. Some of the more ooh and ah moments. But Alan was stinging him with some jabs early. And some like shots to the body and that. No impression. Crazy how good Alan thought he was from RDR literally becoming tired. I genuinely hope Shahbazyan... Yeah, I like Shahbazyan. He watches my channel. Edmund probably needed to field a takedown before going. Yeah, just to see what kind of shot it was. I agree. Can't finish dinner. Edmund's ribs make me sick. Okay, dude. Alan should be abolished from the top 15. Disgraceful. Okay. Taco Tokos with his bucket hat. That's how fucking London he is. That's how from the ends he is, bruv. He's fashioned his hoodie from the UFC into a bucket hat somehow. My name's Brendan Allen. I fight notoriously explosive round 1 striker with bad cardio and bad grappling. I don't push the pace. He did try too early, but he got stung. And he couldn't get the takedown. Round 2 coming up. Edmund does slow down, chat. So we'll see. And weirdly slows down. Like he won't even do much and he'll still gas. So we'll see. Good shots to start from Edmund. Alan closes in but whiffs over the top. You're getting skipped, sorry. Yeah, Edmund probably did get the first round if the numbers were that close. Round 1, Edmund Shahbazyan. I don't trust those numbers, but he probably did based on the end. Good low kick of Alan. Nasty low kick. Jab from Edmund, looking for that left hook counter, just whiffed it there. But Alan is open for it. He lunged in with his chin way out there. Checks that low kick. Alan does have a grappling advantage, but Edmund is explosive and hard to keep down. Good punch there from Alan. Edmund pushes him off. Little funny step there from Alan, but he's good. Took a little trip over his leg. Low kick from Alan. Edmund's letting shit happen to him, chat, you know? Like, that low kick is so avoidable, but he just takes it. I guess he doesn't respect the power. Good calf kick back. He's letting shit land and not caring about it, you know? He tried to counter there, but hit the chest. Nothing too clean. Low kick from Brendan again. It's such a low ineffective low kick, but... Oh, good shot from Brendan with a right hand. Edmund lands back. Good left hook from Edmund. Allen looking for it, looks for the takedown. Edmund's trying to stuff it here, but Allen's in on the hips. Edmund stuffs it very well. Pushes down on the head. You got to go there, Edmund. You got to start going here. He's waiting too much. Misses the elbow there, does Brendan Allen. But a good counter, good jab from Brendan Allen. He cuts Edmund over the eye. Now he's starting to land. Edmund's swinging back, but he's getting clipped now. Good elbow from Brendan Allen. He's making it messy, and Edmund's letting it happen. Misses that second elbow, does Allen, but that would have been a fucking KO right there. Jesus. Edmund's got to start going. Got to start throwing. Good shot from Allen there, lunging in. Good jab from Edmund. Great start to round 2 from Brendan Allen here. Jab from Edmund. Allen moves with it, though. Good jab back from Allen. There you go. Pops Edmund's head back. Low kick from Allen. Right hand from Edmund on the inside. Right hand back from Allen, though. Good jab from Edmund. Another jab. Another jab. And he's moving. But he's getting a bit ploddy here already. Good jab there from him. Good right hand from Edmund. Pushes at the arms. Allen's going to get dirty on the inside here. What's he got? Good knee. Good jab from Edmund. Body shot from Edmund. Good left hook to the body and a good jab. Allen jabs back. They're getting scrappy. That was a good liver shot from Edmund to the body there a second ago. He ripped it. Just on the blind side. Edmund looking to parry. Good counter shot from Edmund there. He's getting some of his own back here. But Allen might have busted him up too much with that early exchange. Edmund's going to have to make a statement here with a minute and a half to go. Good jab. There you go. He needs more of these moments. Stinging Allen with shots. He's moving. Trying to get his back off the cage. Misses there. Gets clipped upside the head. I think Allen's a little more ahead than that this round. The stats are a little biased against him. Good lead uppercut from Edmund there. Moves out the way of those shots of Allen. Good jab from Edmund as well. Right hand from Edmund and a left hook. Allen keeping his guard up though. Yeah, he showed it as well. He did catch a few of those on the guard. Now he lands back on Edmund. Good straight right from Brendan Allen right on Edmund's nose there. It's bleeding. Good jab from Edmund. Weaves out the way of the counter. He's on his footwork here. Gets the body lock. Allen's looking for elbows. Pushes him off. Nothing there. Oh, good jab from Allen. It stopped Edmund's 1-2. Low kick from Allen again. No power on it. Good jab from Edmund. Strong jab. Good lead hand from Allen. Catches him on the neck. But this is an Allen round. With 10 seconds to go, dude. Allen's done a lot better here in the second. He's caused more damage. Looks for a takedown to end, but can't do it. That should be enough grappling scenarios for Edmund to feel like he can let his hands go more on the feet. He constantly looks like he's worried about that takedown. He's checking his nose in the reflection there as well. Round 1-1. Very clear 1-1, but it still could be round 1 Allen, but we're thinking 1-1 here. Going into the third. Yeah, chat, Allen did look like he had Edmund in some trouble at the start of that round. And he caused the damage. Landed some good shots. Edmund did land good shots throughout, but he didn't have a big moment. You know? I feel like Edmund could beat him. But Edmund might be one of those guys that just don't perform when it matters. You know? I've seen better work from Edmund on the feet before. You know? This is like, I don't know, anytime Edmund has a big fight, he has like his fucking worst performance unless he fights Brad Tavares. Round 3 coming up, and Edmund does slow down, so we'll see. This should be momentum swinging Brendan Allen's way. Let's go, Edmund says. Round 3. They hug it up. Don't like it, don't like it. Hurt each other. Good left hook from Edmund, but Allen lands too. Good right hand from Allen. Good jab. Move out the way of the jab from Allen, and a good right hand on the counter. Allen is moving out the way of that jab very well to counter. No, Shahbazyan doesn't need a finish in the third, dude. I hate Twitter posts. It's not 2-0 for Brendan. It could be, but to see all the tweets go that way is crazy. Yeah, 1-1, Dovey. Attaboy. Some logic. Good uppercut from Allen and a good elbow. There you go. Edmund ain't throwing much back, and Allen's able to do some work. There's some jabs, but Allen jabs him right back. There's a jab from Edmund again. Edmund looks too worried, you know. There's no swagger in what he does. He's worried about being taken... Good elbow there. He's worried about being taken down. He's worried about getting chinned. He's just not committing like a true confident fighter would, you know. Pop some jabs there. Front kick up the middle, whiffs. Dude, his kicks are so unbelievably slow. And Edmund just watches it come back. Good body shot from Edmund there with a headshot behind it. Good body shot again from Edmund. Good jab. Jab back from Allen. Edmund gets to clinch. Allen elbows him. Edmund just staring at him in the clinch. Good counter there. Allen looking for the elbow again. Just whiffs it. Both guys land jabs. Low kick from Allen. So slow. Not punished. Good counter two from Edmund there. Good jab as well. He needs this round, at least. That kick. Those kicks are so soft. Jab two from Edmund now. Allen tries to get busy back. Edmund lands a left hook over the top. Some big moments for him. But Allen straight back in his face. Good jab from Edmund. Good jab again. And he moves out the way of the counter. Will Allen shoot here? Good right hook from Edmund there. But he's cut over the eye from one of them elbows in the clinch. It's more damage in favor of Brendan Allen. Good left hook there as well. Edmund's got to make something happen. Good jabs from Edmund. Good two over the top from Allen back. They're trading a bit more now. Getting a bit more reckless. Good fight. Good scrap. Jab to the body from Allen. Two whiffs from Edmund. Allen lands back with a left hook. Misses the rest of it though. Edmund constantly checking his feet when he goes backwards. Good body shot from Edmund there. Left hook to the body. Jab from Allen. Short time. Both guys whiff on their twos. Good jab from Edmund. Another good jab. But he's going to need way more. Elbow from Allen. The damage is on Allen's side here big time, you know. Edmund needs to not make it tit for tat. Low kick there from Edmund back. Allen lands back with a left hook. Lands on the inside with a left hook right hand. Edmund swinging back, but he gets clipped with an uppercut. Now Edmund Shahbazyan shooting in. Gets round to the back, but he's not going to get anything from it. He needs to look to land on the break here. Allen shrimps out. Allen lands a... Oh, good hook from... Oh, good uppercut from Allen back, though. Allen trudging forward here in these later rounds. Good elbow from Allen. This is literally the way the fight was supposed to go here for Allen. And he's making it happen. Good elbow on the inside. Elbow again. Can he get the finish? Edmund's looking flustered on the back foot. Allen growing in confidence here at the end of the third. Edmund just... Yeah, he ain't got it. Jab, left hook from Edmund. Good shot again. You know Strickland's pissed in the corner. Takedown from Allen at the end. That'll secure him the fight. 2-1 Brendan Allen, dude. And he could win the first as well. Nasty cut on the side of Edmund's head from them elbows. 10 seconds left. He's swinging. He's landing, to be fair. And he's landing again. Allen's looking to spin. Time's up. Brendan Allen defeats Edmund Shahbazyan, dude. Allen's a tough customer, bro. He doesn't really have crazy skills, but he's a tough guy and he'll push forward, you know. Looks like his ribs are back on the menu. Okay, thank you for the $2. Alan would beat DDP unironically. He wouldn't, no. He'd get broken, dude. DDP ain't breaking to that shit. Thank you for the 2. Crafty work. Dude, Edmund just doesn't look confident in anything he does. And Alan will probably call out DDP here. Ed checking feet like he's never seen the cage before. I know. Anytime he backs up. There you go. Number 4 should never have back and forth with a 29-28 unranked. I know it's true, but this is... Alan had a fucking razor-close decision with Chris Curtis, you know. Belal of the middleweights, Alan. People who are with good chins annoy me. Just get KO'd already. Now just tell Edmund's dumb. Edmund's ribs. Alright. Stop going in on his ribs. 229-28, 130-27 is true. Yeah. Edmund looking confused at the end. No, you yeah, now I'm done with Edmund. For good. Looking, the audacity to look confused at the end. And think, 30, dude, he could have won the first round still. It's not a bullshit scorecard. 50% elbow sharpness buff with Brazilian flag. True. Just a couple years ago, Alan was not this confident on the feet against Amavov and Fluffy. I know, yeah, he's a lot. He aura farms a lot more. Tuco, the babysitter, though. He's always acting like Strickland didn't finish him by TKO. Is it me or does Alan feel like a stock character from a fighting game? Yeah, he is a bit NPC-ish. But it was a good win, dude. Great win. Remember when Eric Nixick said he only wants to coach world champions? I mean, you can't only coach him. They got to have sparring partners, you know? I'm not sure that's even Brennan's kid. Alright, thank you for the 2. Brendan Allen has me blocked on every social media page as well. Did they just pull that kid out of Edmund's rib? No, they didn't. Thank you for the 2. Usman Drickus is rumoured. Alan CT's kicking in. Yeah, he really acts like he didn't get TKO'd by him. Shahbazyan looks like a bowl. Thank you for the 2. A bowl? Do we think next week is going to be a disaster? I feel like there are just so many variables that could go wrong. Yeah, it could do. Thank you for the 15 months of membership. I don't think so. I think it's going to be great. And chat, if something crazy goes wrong, it's still sick. Imagine lightning striking in the background while Ilya Topuria KOs Dustin. Dude, imagine Gaethje waiting in the cage and Ilya Topuria starts walking out. Lightning goes off. It's raining. Ilya's walking out in the rain. Just pouring down on him, dude. Fucking thunder is sounding in the background. Gaethje just gets slimed out in the first round. I loved her, Gaethje. She meant the world to me, Justin. She took the kids, Justin. I want to see them more than only the weekends, Gaethje. That could be sick. How funny would it be if Allen beat Strickland? You know what? He's the type of guy to do it, you know. He was doing all right against him the first time. He was like chopping up his calf quite a bit. Who you got, Usman or DDP? Kamaru! DDP. Hear me out. I actually see Belal late TKO. An American representing another country on D-Day is extra bold. Yeah, but he's around like a culturally different group, so he has to hate himself in order to fit in. Am I crazy to believe Yan chins Yuri? No, you're not. Can you explain Maddox? Hey Maddox, you are gay, G-A-Y, dude. Justin slips and knocks himself out on the walkout. Yeah, he tries to hit a backflip into the cage and just breaks his neck. Thank you for the 2. Arman just bet a mil on Justin to beat Tapuria. I mean, he has that expendable income. That match is for fucking true. Alright, you fucking muppets! Sorry. Can you sing Chimaev's theme song? Dun, 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 dun. I don't... It's not a song, is it? It's like a music thing. Impression of Ariel forced to watch Connor lifting weights. Golly! Oh, it's longer than my nose. Look at these Belal highlights. A takedown. A kind of punch to the side of the head. Fucking Belal Muhammad. Oh, God, dude. A gay ass hammer fist to the side of the head in slow-mo. Goosh, goosh. Massive shots from Belal. Derek Lewis slips on the wet ground during his walkout and can't get up, and everyone tries to lift him up but keeps slipping like he's covered in oil. Okay, alright. Thank you for the $5, dude. Are they really like showing the crowd go crazy for him? Look at that takedown. Ooh, oh, back of the head shots. He kind of landed on Edwards with that uppercut. Ooh. Still pissed about watching Bonfim get a win over Wonderboy a long time ago, hugging his leg the whole fight. I know, yeah. There you go. There's a rear naked finish. Yeah, I know. That Wonderboy fight is the reason why I picked against him. He looks shit in that fight. All Americans represented by Ali should be in jail. Belal highlights him hitting the pads. I'm done. Look at his face. I know Bilal's face is funny. Shooter will miss Yahoo and Smoke Gun. Thank you for the 2. Are we pushing? And I tell you, it'd be one of the boys in code that does it, because we're the only ones who do anything. Are we pushing on how many ads fit on the canvas? Yes, we are. I don't think there's enough. I can still see some canvas down there. Imagine that sits next to you on a plane. Alright. Round 4 of 5 finish from Belal by KO. Remember this. That KO on Randy Brown is so nasty. I can't believe I said that was early when I was watching it live. I think a 4th or 5th round finish could happen. I just think it'll be I think that was my pick. Submission in the later rounds. I might have said decision. Impression of John Jones driving through downtown Albuquerque and tries to pick up an escort and it's Jandaroba. Go jackpot. Goichi's walkout is dreidel by Rob Cantor. Am I late to the party? We do want Belal to get slammed out. No, I don't know. I feel bad for Belal if he gets slammed out again. You know? But yes, we are rooting against. I'm going to laugh if Belal gets slammed out again. How confident are you in Belal or Bonfim? I'm confident that Belal wins, but we'll see. How have I done on picks today? Let's have a gander, shall we, chat? So I picked Ketlin Souza. She won. I picked her by finish. I picked Chavez. She won. I picked Brito by submission. Front choke submission as well. And he won by front choke submission. I picked Chandler by takedowns by decision, but she got the finish after taking her down. Shayrez beat Silva, so I got that one wrong. 4-1. 5-1 Marcus McGee. 6-1 Costa by KO. 7-1, Iwo Baranuski by KO. Bryce Mitchell by submission in the later rounds, 8-1. Tom Nolan got it over Ziam, 8-2. Allen by decision, 29-28, perfect. 9-2. So we'll see how we end here, but done a pretty good job so far. You better not go schizo this week before UFC 250. I won't. Did you know Allah condemns MMA? I know. I did an interview with O'Malley recently as well, by the way, so that'll be coming out soon. I did that yesterday. I'm late to the party. Do we want Belal to get slammed out? Nah, yes. Impression of True Geordie seeing Nate Diaz poo himself. The lad pooed his pants like without inviting me. Sup, you happy 6 months. Missed you this week. Built the Coruscant Guard gunship before we get ethnically. Just built the... Okay, thank you for the 6 months. Yeah, let's keep just LARPing in Super Chat donors. No one's going to do anything. Yeah. Who gives a shit if it rains on the card? I'm not the one fighting. Also, the Whites need to take the UK back. I know. We're getting ethnically replaced, but voting ain't going to change nothing, brother. Odds on someone being shot at Freedom. All right, what's all this shooting talk? We get a Hockett interview. No, we're not getting it. I messaged Hockett on Instagram while there's 8,000 people in here. I messaged Josh Hockett on Instagram asking for an interview, but no response yet. He does like my tweets and like respond to some of the stuff that I do, but I guess he hasn't checked his Instagram yet. Wow, you picked all favourites. You did so good. I had methods of victory, though. Sean Woodson in the crowd looking like a tick. Why would you want JDM to look even worse? True. When you go missing, we think you committed... Yeah, I know. I haven't, though. We do not forgive Bonfim for robbing Wonderboy. What do you think of the Asakura fight? You look good, dude. That's the Asakura that I knew on the regional scene. He looks much better at bantamweight. And he doesn't cut as much over at Rising, so it's kind of more of his actual division, you know? Because their flyweight is a higher weight class. More fighters should poop their pants like Diaz. Israel's basically a modern Crusader state. Why do you hate them so much? Because they're not us doing it. And they're doing it against us. Guru, good picks today. Hopefully we get Belal. Remember the bomb. Okay. What age were you when you fancied MMA? When I fancied it? Shit, probably like late teenage years. Like 15, 14. Something like that. So mid-teenager. 14, 15. What age were you? People forget Guru gave PFL champion a swirly. How nervous will you be for Tom going into a Garn rematch coming off a Pereira win? Very nervous, I know. It'll all be on the line then, but, you know. He'll still win. Why don't you tweet a Hockett for an interview? Because publicly doing it is like, it puts more pressure than just a little message to ask. We need a Corey versus Sean if Corey wins, regardless of how Sean's fights play out. We do. I love Pantoja, but his wins are aging like dog shit. I paid for this membership, motherfucker, go live. I will try go live more, I'm sorry. Impression of Dana reading the True Geordie DMs. I can't do all that now. The fights are coming on. Guy claiming to be your uncle saying you went palms up in your comments. There wasn't anyone doing that. Everyone's making up everything about what happened to me while I was gone. I'm fine. Thank you for the $10. What? Who wants poo on him? I mean, come on, you guys. This guy's degenerate. AJ Cunningham's going crazy on his Insta. Damn. Oh, about the win? Let's go, Bryce. Sean Woodson tried to get tickets to the White House card, but stopped by the Men in Black. Sing your best and longest. Belal! Walkout song. What the fuck is this walkout song? They're adding in cheers for him as well. Splish splash, I was taking a bath. What a fucking walkout is that? Did your parents ever slap you for whining too much? Yeah, not badly though. But yeah, they did. There was some physical. My dad did. Yeah, my mum didn't really slap me about that much, but my dad got a little physical here and there. But you need it sometimes, you know. My dad judo hip tossed me once in the kitchen. Literally hit me with a hip toss. He used to do martial arts, so he fucking threw me down in the kitchen when I was like 12. Great White versus Polar Bear in the water. Who wins? Great White Shark. Can I get your biggest Belal? Nah, they were pretending to be Uncle Glenn. Oh, okay. Cringiest walkout of all time. The O Block. What's the O Block thing? Versus the Favelas. People forget, man, September 20th is Belal Day in Chicago. I thought that was the 11th. Belal! Thank you for the 5. There you go. I missed you, my big teddy bear. I could just give you a hug and a squeeze. Please be a woman. How entertaining would Kaya Sakura versus Van fight be? It would be cool. Somebody's getting slammed out, but he's too big. He can't make the weight nicely. So he'll probably get chinned. Thoughts about Khalil and Kalayev? Fuck Khalil, dude. How privileged is he? If he gets knocked out again, they'll give him a title shot against Allberg. Belal, remember the decision, Muhammad. Check Cunningham's latest post. Yeah, after the fights, man. Rematch Armin at RAF or wrestle Schmidt at RAF. No, we're not doing RAF wrestling. I'm not a wrestler. Belal, remember the eye poke Muhammad. Anyone remember this song from Animals United where the weed rodent thing was taking a shower at the dam? I don't know about Animals United. I remember this song from the game Raft Wars. The free-to-play game Raft Wars, where you were babies in a raft and you had to like shoot over at the other ones. Splish splash, I was taking a bath. Great pick, Scoo. Thank you. Let the crusade start. Think I'm at home scratching my ass, yeah. I'm a man, that makes my hugs better enough. The Belal walkout dunking on in the bums, okay. Horrific damage on the face of Belal here early. I know, yeah. This fight could get stopped. If Belal wins, you, Flukas, and Bedtime make a chorus of Belal. Can we get one more? Belal. Big up, Guru. Do yourself much. Big up yourself, Guru. Much love. Hope you're doing good. I'm doing good. Thank you for the £5, man. Yeah, we're great. I'll be great after this stream's over. Belal, Sean Woodson, and Ariel in a room. Who lays eggs first? Sean Woodson's already laid them. One last Belal. Okay, somebody check this man's bag. Khalil's overrated. He is massively because Rogan overrates him. He doesn't even turn his punches over. If he did, he would have slammed out Yuri, but he don't know how to do it because he's a bum. Right, the fight's going to start. Oh, my God. Can you give us a preview of your vids? No. I don't know what they are yet. Predictions, press conference reaction, I'm not sure. Thought palms up meant that the slammed out guy was roaching out on their back with the palms up pointing up at the sky, but that was a faceplant KO. Faceplant KO is palms up. Roaching out on their back. No, faceplant KOs are way funnier. Never forget Muhammad, especially when the palms are up. How often do you scratch and sniff off stream? I don't. Only in bed. Belal Muhammad. New ringtone, Belal, yeah. Alright, here we go. Canelo hands, dude. Let's see who gets this one done. No glove touch, dude. There's bad blood in this one. Why the fuck is there bad blood in this? Who the fuck are these guys to have bad blood against each other? What the fuck are they playing at? Numero uno, roundi. Belal looking calm, dude. He's looking swagged out up against the cage. Are we going to see Canelo hands come out to play? Here we go! It's Belal Muhammad! Uh-oh! Will Bonfim target the legs early as he has done his last few fights? Look out! There he goes. Belal checks it early, parries the jab. Bonfim looking a bit bigger, hits the shoulder with a kick. Will Belal be able to get his striking off against a physically imposing Bonfim? Inside low kick from Belal. What will Allah's plan be today? Bonfim closing Belal down against the cage. Belal normally backs his... Oh, crafty Nate Diaz kick there. Grabs the cage, looks for the lead head kick to help him get his hips up there. Normally Belal's backing his opponent up, looking for takedowns, but here, Bonfim putting him on the back foot early, and Belal really on the outside, patient. A lot of twitching, a lot of moving. This kind of plays into Bonfim's game. Ooh, jab from Belal maybe. Hard to tell. A lot of damage on the face of Belal early. Oh! Oh! Canelo hands is out to play, dude. Left hand, right hand from Belal, baby. Get out of there, Bonfim. This is Belal Muhammad, folks. You do not want to be there with him on the feet. Oh! Good left hook, right hand from Belal again. It's like he's floating on water out there, dude. Floating on air. Bonfim trying to get some kicks off and punches, but whiffs him. A lot of visible damage on Belal's face early. Lands his own body kick back. But God, that face. The refs might stop it. If that doesn't fix itself. Really bad damage to the nose and eyes. Good right hand from Belal Muhammad again. Bonfim getting stung with them right hands early, and Bonfim slows down as the fight goes on, so if he ain't winning these early rounds, it could be a disaster. Oh, nearly caught Belal there, but Belal stopped himself lunging for that right hand. He could have got caught by a left hook. Good body kick from Bonfim. There you go. Belal got him right where he wants him, dude. Hang, hang! Misses the 1-2. Look out! Whoop, whoop, whoop. Slip, slip, hang! Misses the overhand again. Hang, hang! Whiffs again. It gets hit. He got clipped by a left hook on the nose. Impossible to miss, but that clipped him on the nose there, that left hook. There should be some blood coming soon. I see a little cut. Good jab from Bonfim. Hold on now. Hold on. Belal's bleeding on the back foot. Whoop, whoop. And that 1-2 ain't working for him, dude. He might need to get some grappling off. Hank. Nearly getting clipped by that left hook again. Belal blinking. There's something wrong with Belal. He's good. Faking injuries here. Little tricksy movies. You haven't seen his bag of tricks. I get my eyes fucked up. What do you want me to fucking do? Oh, he got clipped by a left hook again. Belal Muhammad attempting to use his lazy eye as a disguise for an eye poke. Low kick from Gabriel Bonfim. Inside low kick from Belal. Bonfim getting his own back here. Oh, he clipped Belal again. Now we're looking at a Gabriel Bonfim round, folks. Belal's eyes have never been wider. Uh-oh. His eyes have never been wider, chat. That is a scarpered Belal here. He is on edge here in round 1 now after a couple of those shots. Looks for his signature power jab, but doesn't land it there. Misses it again on the double. Ooh, ooh, ooh. He's shifting about, folks. Look out. This is TJ Dillashaw back from the dead. Good low kick from Bonfim. Ooh. Just whiffs on that left hook afterwards. Bonfim having a good comeback here in round 1. I think this is his round now. Belal touches him with the kick. Whiffs the lunging left hand. Get out of the way, Herb. Belal's coming in. Ain't no ref safe when Belal's pushing his opponent back. Oh, lands that left hand there, but I think this is now a Bonfim round. Good low kick from Belal. He could get it back with a few good shots. Inside low kick from Belal. Ooh, good 2 from Bonfim again. Belal's got a chin on him, to be fair. I think that's a Bonfim round. Off of the big shots. You know? Just barely. Just barely. How is this thing a champion? Okay, no joke. When Belal was first told about this fight, he read the text as Vegas Bonfim and thought he accidentally missed an upcoming project. Okay. Alright, dude. Thank you for the $5. Very funny. Finally, we can discount that Belal is just wanted to put on a show. He's doing this boxing stuff on a 2-fight loss streak. He never really has been able to grapple against someone whose weakness isn't grappling. Like, even against Burns. Like, he did the same thing. He's done this to a lot of fighters. In the first Luque fight, he did this as well. Look out. Get out of there. You do not want to be there with Austin Lane. Uh-oh, Belal wonk eye goofy ass slime out. Shut up, dude. Ian beat Belal on the back foot, by the way. He did, to be fair, yeah. He was stomping at Belal's legs, too. Alright, let's see it. See if Bonfim gets any more confidence here. He's got a black eye. Belal never counts up. He always counts down. Alright, dude. Here we go. Shut up, chat. Round 2, here we go. It's on. So why, you just gonna fucking bust me up? Come on, let me land a fucking jab or something. This is fucking unfair. Good low kick from Bonfim. Dude, he's getting awful close with some of these haymakers. Jello hands joke. No, not Jello hands, Belal. Good low kick from Bonfim again, dude. Belal's got to start shooting in. Jab from Bonfim. Because if he gets too many of them low kicks off. Oh, Belal's getting into the danger zone. Belal got clipped there as well, dude. Belal is starting to walk in. Bonfim's tallying up. Oh, good 2 from Belal. Hold on now. There's that power. On the back foot here against Bonfim. Low kick from Bonfim lands. Nearly got clipped again now on the chin. Belal just really trying to get some reactions out of Bonfim here. Low kick misses from Bonfim, and he does slow down as time goes on, but Belal, that body kick though, crazy. Low kick from Bonfim again. He's winning the first part of this second round. Good low kick again. Whoa! These haymakers are getting close, folks. When is Belal gonna shoot? Jab from Belal lands. Stinging Canelo jab. He'd have put down Amir Khan with that. Belal Muhammad looking to make some reads here. Moving out of the way on the back foot. Bonfim looking for his good counter hook from Belal. Hold on now. Good jab to the body from Belal. Here we go. Bonfim hasn't landed something in like a minute. Nearly catches the kick. They touch gloves. Little groin shot. Float like a bee, sting like a butterfly, Belal Muhammad. Oh! Nearly a takedown from Bonfim. That set up for the head kick from Belal was goofy, Looking for the jab. So why, you just gonna fucking low kick me at range? Good jab from Bonfim there as Belal came in. This is a better round for Belal though over the past minute and a half, if we're being honest. He's looked like he is stepping a bit funny on his left leg a bit though. Not to Rogan out here, but he does look like he's... Yeah, there's another low kick from Bonfim. Dude, he's so close to catching Belal, but he's punching like he's facing a taller opponent with these hooks. If he leans over himself, like there, he just caught Belal there. If he leans over himself more when he throws these hooks on the counter, he'll catch Belal. Good jab from Bonfim. Good jab again. Belal lands a body kick. Look at Belal's face. He's on the back foot again. Oh, good 2 from Belal. Dude, Belal's look of concern is so funny. Good jab from Bonfim. Good low kick from Bonfim. Belal, when are you going to fucking shoot, dude? This guy fucking gasses when he grapples. What are you doing? Pissing me off now. Good low kick from Bonfim again, dude. He's landed a lot of them this fight. Oh, the combos there. Belal really busted up on the nose. Good left hook from Belal. Bonfim landed another low kick at the same time, but that was a good left hook from Belal. Good jab as well. I think Bonfim's picking back up this round. Another low kick. With the low kicks, Bonfim is picking it back up this round, but Belal's having some moments back here. Ooh. Oh, no. Good kick, Belal. Gets stung on the chin and spun around there as he goes for that little kick combo that he's working on. Why does everyone think they're Dillashaw all of a sudden, you know? Oh, dude, he keeps going for that kick at the end. And he landed it on the shoulder there. But his chin is way up in the air when he does it. 30 seconds left. Is Belal ever going to shoot a takedown in this fight? Inside low kick from Belal. Low kick from Bonfim back. Dude, Belal, yeah, he needs to stop taking those. Imagine what Iwo Baranowski would do to Belal Muhammad. Just a brutal slime out in round 1 after some low kicks. Head kick from Belal touches. There you go. Belal getting his kicks going off that lead leg. Round 3 coming up. I think... Belal's bleeding off the cheek. I think round 2 also Bonfim, but it's close. It could be 1-1. I could see a 1-1 scorecard, but probably 2-0. I don't know. We need an edit of JDM's combos, and then it shows Belal's real combos in black and white with some edit music. Yeah. These Belal facial expressions legitimately anger me. Dude, it's his look of concern when he gets stung with a shot. Belal should consider a face transplant. This head kick landed, though, but towards the end. I made 600 doing side work today. God bless you, Guru. God bless Bryce Mitchell. Thank you. No problem, dude. Congrats on the side bets. Did you have a Boys & Co parlay like I recommended? Even though I didn't pick Tom Nolan. Here we go. Belal shoots in straight away. Smart move, but he doesn't get it. Immediately gets it stuffed by Bonfim, who's laughing in the corner. And they separate. Belal whiffs an elbow on the break, and Bonfim's laughing in his face. Crafty move there from Belal, dude. Low kick misses from Bonfim. Good jab from Bonfim. Oh! Bonfim stings him with a right hand. What a right hand from Bonfim, dude. Belal's got a chin on him. That popped his head way back. I thought he was going. I thought he literally was about to get sent to the canvas there. That was a stinging right hand from Bonfim. Good low kick from Bonfim, and Belal jabs. Let's see this replay again. Ooh! Smacked with that right hand. Belal's in trouble here, folks. Good jab from Bonfim. He's having real trouble here, folks. Ooh, just no power on anything Belal throws. It's a real problem against these larger welterweights. Good low kick from Bonfim again. Dude, Belal's going to have to start shooting now. He has to get some good shots off. Kick to the body from Belal. Oh, God, Belal, stop kicking like that in open range. Jesus, dude, he's nearly getting clipped. If Bonfim was a better striker, this would be over already. Shoots in, doesn't get it. Oh, no. He looks a little defeated there in the over-unders. Good body kick from Belal. He needs to start slamming him a bit more. Good knee to the body from Belal there. That landed with the knee. Feints it again there. Kick to the body from Belal again, dude. He is landing a few good body shots here with this kick. Good jab from... Oh! He's knocked Belal's mouthpiece. Give him his mouthpiece back, dude. Bonfim laughing at him as well. Dude, I've never seen someone laugh at an opponent this much as he's beating him up. Bonfim knocks the mouthpiece out with that right hand. Good kick to the body from Belal again. Oh, yeah. Give us another replay. Anyway. Belal backing up here. Oh, head kick from Belal, but partially blocked. Low kick from Bonfim again. Belal lands a left hook. Bonfim whiffs on the lead uppercut. Oh, he felt that. He felt that low kick. Now he's moving out the way of him. Kick to the body from Bonfim. Moves out the way. The head kick there. Belal does. He's scooting around the outside. What was that 1-2? Jesus. Kick to the body from Bonfim. Oh, that right hand got a reaction, but Belal lands a right hand back. Bonfim stung Belal again with a 2 that gave him a little wobble there. Little jelly leg syndrome from Belal. Kick misses from Belal and he spins. Crafty move. Belal just moving away this whole fight, dude. No forwards pressure at all. Oh, he got stung again. Just doing some big load up for nothing. What is he? You're not Dillashaw, dude. He's doing that big step in off to the lead head kick that Dillashaw used to do, you know. Oh, good jab from Bonfim again as Belal goes for a kick. Good jab from Belal. He gets one back. 20 seconds left. It's a Bonfim round, his clearest round. And he's won all of them, in my opinion. Could be 1-1, though. Oh, another 2 from Bonfim. He stung Belal, but Belal... Dude, he got a little twinkle toes there. Bonfim is stinging Belal with some big power, but Belal's eating it well. Round 4 coming up. Ah, Belal. Belal's so fucking funny to look at. What the fuck is his game plan? He needs to shoot. I know he does, but he's failed 2 takedowns there in the third. Is Belal one of the worst champs ever? Yeah. This is a full-on Guru comedy special. Squid with tentacles can throw some hands. I know. Sting like a Belal. Wonky Belal desperately trying to land this. So fun. I know. Front kick is open for Bonfim. It is, yeah. Belal fights like my little brother playing UFC 5. Devin Haney hands. Devastating performance from Belal so far. It is. Real explosive power that he's showing here. Imagine Belal gets slept with one eye, stays open. There's Belal, the king of crafty moves that do 0 damage. Yeah, Bonfim has been smiling the whole fight. I know that he keeps laughing at Belal whenever he hits him. It is funny to see Belal's panicked face, though. Look at his face. Round 4 coming up. Highlights need to be a compilation of his facial expressions after getting hit. I know. Round 4, but no more donos. Bonfim pressure him forward immediately, dude. Belal just not. The kicks are lazy. No power. There's nothing. Even if he does land that jab, what's it going to do? You know, Bonfim's throwing power jabs. And another power jab lands from Bonfim as I say that. And he landed the most power shots that last round than he has the whole fight. So things are getting better from him. Good 2 back from Belal, but you're Belal, you know. You got to get a takedown, bro. The way he flinched and threw those shots. Kick to the body from Belal. Come on, man. Kick to the body from Belal again. That was a solid kick to the body. Bonfim might have felt that kick to the body, to be honest with you. He stopped pressuring after that. I feel like Belal should hammer that a lot more. Bonfim's pressure coming forward. Good jab from him there. He did change his body language a little bit. His elbow went a little tucked. Good 2 from Belal. And Bonfim's backing up a bit. Belal needs to go off of this. He needs to shoot off of this. He's trying to crafty split decision his way through it by robbery. But good jab from Bonfim again. But he's backing up a lot more. Belal needs to take advantage of that. Good body kick again. That was kind of across the elbows, but it still got through. Good jab from Bonfim. Good stinging right hand from Bonfim again. Kick to the arms from Belal. He's definitely got a bit of respect here. He's not just getting walked back the whole time, but he's not shooting. You know? He's just staying doing the same thing. He's not changing his energy at all. Good jab from Bonfim again. Bonfim's got to follow that up with a 2, surely, right? Jab, right hook, jab, uppercut. Jab, overhand. Good knee to the body from Belal. Bonfim lands another jab. Another kick to the body from Belal. That's his weapon that he's going for this round. Good jab from Bonfim again. Belal tried to throw with power and whiffed it completely. Whiffs the right hand counter there. Shoot in, man. Even I'm thinking that now, you know. Shoot a takedown here in this round. What are we doing? Make Bonfim grapple. Make him defend like he gasses in fights. Good kick to the body from Bonfim there. 2 misses on the counter from Belal. He's too slow. No athleticism. Just doomed. My actual tier list was correct. It's just a doomed territory. Good jab there from Belal. Nothing going to happen from it, though. Good body kick. His kicks to the body are pretty good, but he keeps trying to land like a shot that's going to do anything to Bonfim with punches, and it never happens because it's Belal. Like, he just landed a left hook there after a body shot, and nothing happened. Bonfim looks like he hasn't even been in a fight. Good low kick from Bonfim. Misses the follow-up, too. But this round is better for Belal, to be fair. We'll see you end strong. He's been landing a lot of body kicks. There he goes with a kick again. Tries to follow up with punches, but doesn't. Misses there. Bonfim looking low. He might kick high. Good jab. Misses the 2 behind it. Bonfim picking it back up here at the end of the round. Good shot from Bonfim. Belal landed a left hook, but Bonfim's was stronger. Belal just wading in. Good stiff jab from Bonfim. Oh, a good 2 from Bonfim again. And he's laughing at Belal in his face as he lands it. And here he comes. Dude, imagine being in a fight and you've got nothing to worry about when it comes to power, you know. It's actually insane. Nothing to worry about. He's literally laughing in his face while hitting him. Look at Belal swinging, you know. No takedowns this round either. I mean, the no takedowns is a crazy decision. Round 3, shot 2 of them. But normally you would shoot like 6. You know? How shit is JDM? He also beat Belal. What are we talking about? In his prime, by the way. He wrote the blueprint. Right, Belal down 4 rounds here going into the 5th. Still trying to look for that KO blow. Who did Belal beat up in the gym to make him think he's Izzy out there? Bro looks like the burrito from that food movie. He does look like the burrito from the rap from Sausage Party. How bad is Short Brady's chin? Very bad. How can no one finish Belal? I know, it's weird. Bonfim literally laughing in his face. This guy beat Usman twice. Crafty Jimmy flick hands. Bonfim laughing in his face. I know. They're trying to inspire him in the corner for a finish. Yeah, I don't know if Bonfim beats people in the top 5. If I'm JDM, I'm looking for that matchup, to be honest. But the low kicks, I don't know, actually. I'd worry. Chat, anyone else feel like, and it's so weird, the welterweights, or not welterweights, but any division, yeah, the new wave are just bigger than the last wave. And I don't know how many times that can happen before they can't make the weight anymore. But the new wave routinely just become larger and larger, you know. And I don't know how many times that can happen before it, like, there's a cap. But I swear to God, every single time there's a new wave in a division, they're all fucking massive compared to the other guys. I remember when Belal used to kind of mog welterweights, you know, like a massive head, and his muscles compared to them were massive. But Bonfim's tall and he's not skinny at all. Belal just throwing arm punches on the inside there and whiffing all of them. Good jab from Bonfim again. 5th round to settle it all. That Korean guy has it 2-2. What are you talking about? Belal Muppet Arms Muhammad. Good 2 from Bonfim again. This is just lame to watch because Bilal's not capable of like suddenly changing the reality of the fight. And he's retarded, so he's just letting himself lose by not shooting a takedown. Kicks the arms again. just not landing clean with, just nearly slipping off of his feet with that kick. Come on, Belal. Made JDM look good. Dude, this makes like Ian Gary look bad. He did way better against Ian Gary. You're the only person I've ever subscribed to. Thank you, man. I appreciate you being a member. I'll try and do more members streams. Good job there from Belal. We got to get a real about JDM's resume. Dude, Ian Gary had a tough 29-28 with Belal, you know. Where he edged out the rounds, but fucking hell. Bonfim's easily like making Belal look useless on the feet. Belal is acting like a punch is going to change this fight for him. Look at that low kick. Like, nothing he does is capable of harming a human. Low kick from Gabriel Bonfim. Strong low kick. Usman Edwards Belal. Like, literally a fake era. I know, dude. It's crazy. Thank you for the 5. Don't bring up JDM. JDM. Why not shoot off of that caught kick? It's one of those fights, chat, yes or no, yeah? Where Belal would rather the narrative be, I could have won if I shot more takedowns, than shooting takedowns and still losing because he knows he wouldn't finish Bonfim at this point on the ground. Yes or no? It's one of them, you know. It's actually full cope. He'd rather that be the narrative almost in his head. Like, no, I'll lose, but let me say, oh, if I shot more takedowns, I would have got it. But if he shoots the takedowns, he knows he won't finish anyway, you know? Good jab from Belal there, but he's just flaying him with his arms, like, terrible. If he had attempted more, I know, but he's just left it too late, so he knows he won't finish, so he's not even going to try. Bonfim doesn't have a fucking mark on his face. It's insane. What is Belal doing? Lunging him with his lead hook over and over. No power on it at all. Bonfim stings him with another jab. Good jab again from Bonfim. And you gotta hear it. Welterweight, dude. The changeovers happened immediately. In other divisions, like lightweight, this shit don't happen that easy. But welterweight, they're just getting fucking churned out. They've had their 5 minutes of fame and out they go. It's the over 6 foot era at welterweight right now. Jab from Bonfim just stinging Belal's face. Belal just got fucking 50-45'd by a Nicholas Dalby victim. I can't fucking believe it. Another jab from Bonfim. Belal looking for a finish, like he's going to body shot finish Bonfim at this point. Look out. Jump knee from Belal. Whoa. Bonfim's laughing at him. And Belal's career's over. Big body kick to end. You lost 5-0. He's genuinely trash. Belal looks like a broken Beyblade out there. Just how good is Jesse Ronson? I know he slept Alvi. It's wild that Leon, Belal, and JDM ever touched gold. Don't bring JDM up. It's wild that Usman touched gold, dude. That's actually insane. Belal's got his fucking hands up! Oh my fucking god. Yeah, he's actually a fucking retard. Belal's got his fucking hands up at the end of the fight. Gabriel Bonfim just schooled Belal by 50-45 unanimous decision and laughed in his face. That's crazy, right? Guy left round 3 to take a dump. 3-2 Belal on C4 damage. Unfortunately, JDM wins over Belal as aged awful. I know. Leon's terrible. And so's Usman, dude. That whole era is so fake. Belal really is an average guy who works hard to get the belt. Doesn't have any skill or talent. Yeah. Seriously, imagine if this was Prates. Yeah, slept in the first round. Thank you, Leon, for letting Belal dry hump you so that JDM, Ian, and Bonfim become new face of welterweight division. Once again, thank you, Leon Rocky Edwards. JDM went to war with this guy. He didn't know. He had 4 crafty rounds that he won 3 of and then beat his ass in round 5, really. Just how bad is he and Gary? I know. Bonfim colds Prates on your soul. Prates would have smoked 3. Belal and JDM are ass. Allah willed this. I know this is his plan. These fighters that lose and put their hands up need to be shamed considerably more. They do.
I don't know. It's a tough fight for you.
Belal genuinely thought he won. Top 5 will haki great Bonfim. I don't think he's that good. JDM kind of broke Belal. He does not look like the same pressure fighter at all. Yeah, he doesn't push forward the same way. I actually feel a bit bad for Belal. I feel like we bullied him into fighting. Exciting style. No, dude, shut up, bitch. Belal, what's his name? Don't give him that. He's just trying to be exciting. Fighters are trying to fucking win. Don't do that. Morales Bonfim next. Belal Dean the Great Hands Muhammad. JDM Legacy in the gutters. Shut up. So's Ian Gary's. Belal boxing reminds me of Homer Simpson's boxing. Thank you for the 2. It's hilarious to think if Belal didn't have a good chin, he would have been slept like 5 times. You can say that about a lot of his fights, though. Just how good is Wonder Boy? Pretty crafty. Belal getting mogged in the post-fight interview. I wish I could write tweets like you, Guru. No problem. Our GOAT JDM puts damage on these guys and ruins their careers. They always go on a losing streak after JDM. True, they're not the same after him. Makes you wonder just how good is Wonder Boy. Belal got Belal'd. Belal's wonky eye. I can't fucking go on. He's not getting KO'd by my jab. JDM versus Belal next in the PFL. Shut up. Belal looked like he pooed himself out of fear. Canelo palms. Makes me want to feel even worse about JDM. He tricked us. This is like a DDP versus Hamzat game plan where they don't push positions and expect their opponent to get tired. These 3 takedowns around and it's a different fight. I know. Stupid. You hear coaches calling out? No, they did not call that out. Teenage Guru getting cocky grabbing his dad's shirt before getting hip tossed. Get your fucking hands off me, yeah. No, I didn't initiate it. He just hip tossed me to teach me a lesson. Bonfim beats JDM 100%. Made the Bryce video requested. Messaged you on IG. Thank you, dude. I'll check it out sometime. Christianity beat Islam tonight. Let's go. I'm so happy right now. Thank you for the 59 months of membership, dude. Feel bad for Belal, but he's done now. Like, I'm not even amped for the Usman fight, you know? And you know the crazy part is, chat, I don't even think Bonfim inherently did anything good that fight, you know? Is that weird to say? He jabbed now and then and threw a simple low kick, and Belal could not figure it out at all. How was Belal genuinely backing up and like drowning fighters? Called out JDM. That's a good call out. Low kick heavy game plan would work. Missed my dono. JDM would pressure bomb him to the cage and rip his body. He could do, yeah. Casual friend just texted me that cunt size and mental. Looks like he's trying to explode people's heads with his brain. Okay. I swear to God they did call it out in the beginning of round 5. So happy for Ian Gary. Just tuned in. Best fights of the card. Probably, you know what? There weren't too many great scraps. Probably the co-main of Alan Shahbazyan was probably the best fight, you know, and that's not the best for that to be the best fight. Belal's so washed. How bad is Leon and Usman? They're pretty bad. Belal versus Mallet. Yeah. I mean, that's honestly a likely matchup. Now officially starts UFC Freedom Countdown. It does. It does. Cap Horiguchi card. Fiziev Torres in Azerbaijan. Ugh, those are some kind of weak fight nights, to be honest with you. What else is on those cards? Let me have a gander. Then McGregor, Holloway. Come on, we got to do better than that in between. Justin Gaethje about to look like Belal after Ilias finished with him. I can't wait. Dana's going to upload a pic of Belal's eye after the fight with a skulls like it's a fight injury. I know. Brutal. You're going to have to click on a I accept thing to go through. You don't understand. Belal wanted to show us how strong Belal would be if he shot takedowns, held him back. Bonfim with a masterclass. Belal Father Time came to collect tonight. He looked slow, plus 0 takedowns. 0 takedowns other than in round 3 to start is absolutely insane decision making from him. It really is. Pathetic. Dude, why did my comment get fucking nuked on the UFC page? Come on. I should have a top comment on there. I got it on it straight away. It got like likes for about the first 10 minutes and then it stopped. Man, fuck off. Diddly 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 deep. Belal and Allen with the crafty kicks. Belal's a Mossad agent. Put the world on stage to make Iran seem easy to invade. Okay. Miss My Donor, my wife was watching the fight with me and said she felt like she was watching a kid get bullied on a playground. He did. He did get bullied. Impression of Buffer introducing Laguna. I've got a headache. Why can't we just give JDM a D-Rod fight or Buckley? Well, maybe they will. Missed My Dono. I've already read it. Why can't we just have already read it? Impression of Trump saying how Belal has Canelo hands. Belal Muhammad, what a surname. Get him out of here. He's got Canelo hands. He could do a lot of damage with those hands. He could. You call ever fight night week you used to enjoy cards? No, this wasn't the craziest fight night, dude. I'm going to be real. Nolan beating Ziam is better than any Sal killed win. True. Guru, I don't think you remember this, but I think... but I once said in this chat that the strikers of each division are implementing ways to beat these dry humpers. Yam beat Marab, Strickland beat Hamzat, now Bumble. Yeah, the grappling era is dead. It seems. I mean, how many KOs were there on this card? Women's KO to kick off the card. Costa got one over Schnell. Baranowski got a low kick finish, and that was it. That's not a great card. Sorry. Thank you for the $10, though, King MMA 123. Sorry, guys, but that is just not a great card at all. So there. Max versus Connor at 170. I'm going Connor easy. I'm going Max. The prelims were actually really good. Okay. Thank you for the 2. Yeah, submission-wise, though. There's some good submissions, but, you know, Bryce got a finish. That was good. I don't know. I just wanted to... I like when there's, like, a great scrap in the main event or, like, a competitive back and forth. Somebody gets dropped, you know, like something. Welterweight now has 3 Brazilians in the top 5. They do. They do. I guess Shayrez dropped Silva before he subbed him. Who would you have in a healthy Shavkat versus Morales? Yeah, pretty weak main card. I'll probably go Morales over Shavkat. First time welterweight as a top 5 of strikers. Anyone else picking up? But Bonfim's actually a grappler, which is crazy. So he's just kind of doing this to striking opponents. Anyone else picking Askren to beat Belal now? No. Thank you for the 2. No, I'm not. Maybe. You missed so many good fights over the last year. Not really, though. I only missed 2 cards. Thank you for the 2. This fight really convinces me JDM isn't top 5 tier. Shut up, bitch. Bryce Mitchell won, so that's all that matters. It is. That's the main thing. That's all we care about. New UFC ranking system is coming. The UFC announced on the broadcast tonight that it will be based on measurable performance instead of opinion or popularity. Yeah, so that's exactly what the fucking rankings were. When were they ever doing opinion or popularity? Did they just leak that they were doing it on popularity and opinion? UFC literally just leaked that they have rigged the pound for pound list based on what they want. Stupid company, dude. Stupid, dumb, fucking retard company, I swear. The welterweight champion curse is real. My name's Gu. I chew on poo-poo, big fat farts. People forget man Bonfim had Wonderboy. He had issues, yeah. We need Edwards versus Muhammad 3. Based on this fight, Belal has come out in the Askren match strikes only. True. SD. Got me riding in the cuts and I'm riding on the true, I'm riding on the cuts. SD. Sir, do you think India can become a superpower in the UFC, sir? Maybe they can. I never know, sir. You never know. Really, you don't. Why don't you know? Yeah, whoever sent me the thing, don't send me a fucking link to a YouTube video, dude. Send me the a way to see it. I thought you were going to send an Instagram reel or something. Let's go, Bryce, dude. Let's go! Relentless Bryce Mitchell. Thug Nasty. Crafty win from Bryce. Crafty. Hola, mi amo Eduardo, me gusta la biblioteca. You say that all the time. You make these fight nights so much better. Atari for life. Atari for life, okay? Thank you, though. I swear to God, I truly believe with heart, Ian beats Islam. Belal gets a little more hideous every fight now. Yeah, surely Makashev's the next grappler to get fucking fraud checked. You know? Just lost $200. Bonfim will never be a champ. Yeah, I don't think he will either. But, you know, it was a good win. Logical to pick Belal to win there based on the competitiveness of the Ian Gary fight. But I don't know what the fuck he's doing out there. He's just a fucking dumb idiot. Belal's never been the same since he had that foot infection or whatever it was where he almost died. No, shut up, bitch. Belal really thought training with Meerschaert and Bahamondes would make him a long-reigning champ. More fighters need to switch gyms. He trains with Brendan Allen, though, right? Reports say Belal has just betrayed the Spartans. Guru, your thoughts on KSI leaving the Sidemen? I don't care. He's never been funny. Not since he was the original KSI. Not been funny or entertaining in any way at all. With me saying that all the time, do you know what biblioteca means without thinking when you read it? Yeah, library. I knew that anyway, though. That's the most easy thing. It's like that in most languages. Will you stream all of the White House card or just half of it? No, I'll stream the whole card. There's not many fights anyway. Thank you for the 12 months. Who are you? Get out of my house. Bryce confirmed Muslim with that kind of win? Yes. No, he's a Christian. He showed him how it's really done. True. A crafty win from Bryce Mitchell. SD. We riding in the cut. You think Alex has a chance against Garn next week? I think he can do it. I do, yeah. Thank you for the 25 months of membership, dude. Yeah, I think he has a chance against Cyril Garn, yeah. Just a chance. Yeah, I think that's the case, yeah. Just a little chance that he has, mate. Alex Pereira, that guy. That massive underdog bitch. You know? He might have a bit of a chance there. I agree. Honestly, crazy. SD. Army riding in the cut. Reports are coming in stating Brooklyn Wren is having a son and naming him Belal. Why, does she hate it and want it to be doomed? Impression of Ahmed from Pakistan seeing Hamza and Belal losing a spare in a month. We've got nothing left. I'm losing my will to continue. Farting all day and pooing all night. Stinky stanky stew cooked up by goo. We get it. Thank you for the 5. How was Lawler the last great 170 champ? 170 is almost as weak. GSP. Ever since then, they've all been trash. I swear. Lopez said 155 might be near. How does he do? I think he'd do alright. I mean, if Volk's still champ at 145, what's the point of him sticking around? He'd probably do this fight at the White House card and then move up anyway. But I always think guys moving up can do good. Carlos Wood, Leon Edwards, Bonfim. Yeah. Guru, what are your thoughts on the Asian fighter who stomped on his opponent's Achilles? Crafty fucking move, dude. Peter Yan's writing that shit down, I'm telling you. I saw that. What's your favourite fight on the White House card? The main event. Tapiria's fight. No, Pereira Gane is going to be the one I'm most excited for. But O'Malley's fight's big for me as well now because we're boys. We're best friends. Given this current streak, if Ilya beats Garth, Gaethje, and Islam beats Gary, what do they either have to do other than beat each other to become the definitive GOAT? Just keep it going, man. Makhachev might already be it if he beats fucking Ian Gary. That'd be another elite win. Mr. Days where you talked about wiping your hair. If I have ass to wipe, then I'll talk about wiping my hair, but I haven't. I have wiped my ass, but not like in between poos. Only after I've pooed these days. But yeah, it has been pretty... Actually, I have been doing a lot of maintenance wipes recently because they have... it has been quite hot in the UK. Only the great Vicente Luque can chin Belal. What's his name? What does Luque do next at middleweight? No clue, man. Bruno Ferreira? Do you think Kamaru's strong enough to take down DDP? Yeah, but I don't think he'll hold him there like Chimaev did. Hello, Guru. I heard the new nationality name is Englandian. Impression of Ariel being upset over the White House card. It's not going to make it fucking rain. Imagine Ian beats Islam with Conor in his corner. I don't think he'd associate with Conor. He's one of them types of Irish. The fucking bastard he is. Absolute fucking bastard he is, yeah. He's an absolute fucking loser, he is. A bum. An absolute fat bum. Got me riding in a poop and I'm riding on a poo and I'm not doing on a poo like. Yeah, SD. Dana did a pod with Stephen A. Smith during NBA Finals saying he still doesn't know Aspinall's return timetable and that depending on how Hockett and Pereira's fight goes, that could be next for the heavyweight title. I didn't see him say that. Thank you for the 10. If he did, I'd have to do a video on it, mate, because that's fucking unacceptable right there. I'm assuming they're saying that to pressure Tom to come back when they say so. Get some blood work done. We need you. I'm fine. Hockett left it off the 250 presser. He's not at all. They came out with another statement saying he's not been left off the presser. Ever put turds back in for more nutrients? No. Usman kind of a joke legacy. I know. Masvidal twice, Covington twice, and Burns. So fraudulent. Colby calling in Conor McGregor. It's a classic one-liner from Colby, dude. That's a crafty line. Impression of DC getting some Kool-Aid pineapple spears? No, I'm good. Alright, I'm going to go now. We're just doing stupid shit. See you later, guys. I'm going to make my recap, and I'm going to try to go live tomorrow and not disappear. But I'll be here for the fight week of Freedom 250 anyway. And there's an announcement. Early next week, there's an announcement. Okay? The UFC would have addressed eye pokes long ago. The situation wouldn't exist. Tom's situation, true. Credit to Belal. Guy's got a chin. Looked like he didn't want to fight for real. Only shot 2 takedowns. Yeah, he's a bitch. Thank you for the 5. I agree. But he had a good chin, yeah. Scam and cringe. It's not a scam. I have an announcement. Early next week, dude. I'm telling you. There's an announcement. It's not the big 3. See you later. And it's not a sponsor. See you later, guys. Toodle pip. Thank you for tuning in, but it's something you might enjoy. Goodbye. Toodle pip. Thank you for tuning in. I'm about to make my event recap of this card and break it all down. See you later. Goodbye.